It was never his intention to make light of Kirk's murder, and he praised Kirk's widow, Erica, saying he was deeply touched by her forgiving her husband's killer. As for his show being off the air and threats against stations carrying it,
that's not legal. That's not American. That is un-American.
Kimmel thanked conservatives who were critical of ABC's suspension, then said President Trump celebrated his going off the air because he can't take a joke.
The President of the United States made it very clear he wants to see me and the hundreds of people who work here fired from our jobs.
President Trump posted on Truth Social he can't believe ABC gave Kimmel his job back, though dozens of ABC stations owned by Sinclair and Nexstar did not carry last night's return. The president also hinted at a lawsuit calling the show 99% Democrat garbage, writing Kimmel as an arm of the Democratic National Committee, which he claims would be a major illegal campaign contribution. President Trump called out the UN for not doing enough to end conflicts.
It's empty words, and empty words don't solve war.
The president also critical of the UN's climate change fight, calling it a scam and con job, and rejected the push by many other countries to recognize a Palestinian state as Israel keeps waging war against Hamas in Gaza. Now, he also met with Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky. And Fox's Lucas Tomlinson reports the president has a different take on Russia's war, with no progress in talks to end it.
Russia continues to occupy about 20% of Ukraine. On social media yesterday, Trump said he now thinks Ukraine is in a position to take back all of that territory and called Russia a paper tiger. Now, a big topic of discussion in New York this week was the recent breach of NATO airspace when these armed Russian MiG-31 Foxhounds flew over Estonia for 12 minutes.
The president also told reporters NATO countries should shoot down Russian jets that violate their airspace. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
A man charged after drugs he sold in Indianapolis killed 2 women. Nothing on radar. 66 degrees on Monument Circle, going up to 76 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick, and here's what's trending at 6:02.
The Overdose Death Task Force picked this case up, went looking further into it, and was able to highlight through what is in the probable cause, showing how they put all these pieces together.
Indy Metro Police Officer Tommy Thompson says Kadeem Roach sold tainted drugs last year that killed 2 women in a neighborhood near Cold Spring Road.
This, you see, was from an August 11th incident of 2024. These detectives, again, working diligently to ensure, again, that we get and remove these individuals committing these crimes in our community off our streets, keeping them safer.
And Roach will appear in court this morning. Once a Stark County deputy, Don Ferguson, was sentenced Tuesday to 60 days behind bars and 4 months probation after pleading guilty to filing a false police report. This case has to do with missing drugs and cash from the Sheriff's Department evidence locker. Ferguson faced 8 charges in 2020. A jury acquitted 4 of them, and the remaining counts were dismissed. U.S. Gymnastics is leaving downtown Indianapolis and setting up new headquarters in Noblesville.
They're building their new headquarters in a big training center in Noblesville's Innovation Mile district, that same area that's home to the Pacers G League team. USA Gymnastics picked Noblesville over more than a dozen other cities, and staff members are pumped. They say Noblesville is an enthusiastic partner, and they're excited to make the center the heart of gymnastics in the U.S. The plan is to have the whole thing finished in 28. Jake McDaniel, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
The Indiana Fever fell to the Las Vegas Aces 90-68 in Game 2 of the WNBA semifinal series last night, evening up the best-of-5 matchup at a game apiece.
They were much more aggressive and physical defensively. And, you know, we didn't counter that with our off-ball actions or with our back cuts.
That's head coach Stephanie White speaking after the game. Game 3 Friday night here in Indianapolis. I'm Ryan Hedrick, on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. 6:04. Traffic and weather together on a Wednesday morning. Next.
Everybody knows Hubler's got the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles. But did you know? Now you can get that same limited powertrain warranty on new Toyotas. Introducing the all-new Hubler Toyota. Get grand opening savings all month long. And right now, save on new Toyota trucks with low APR financing, including 2025 Tacomas with 3.99%, or Tundras, just 1.75 APR for 72 months.
Hubler's got you covered.
At the all-new Hubler Toyota on US 31 South in Indianapolis. Visit HublerToyota.com. grand opening savings, and the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles.
Cover me!
Select models, approved credit, plus tax tag title license, 249 dealer doc. Tacoma monthly payment for 60 months, 1841 and Tundra 1464 per thousand financed. Expires 9/30.
All right, crash on the northeast side at Shadeland Avenue at East 71st Street. Crash west side, Rockville Road at Holt Road, and south side northbound 65 slows from Raymond Street up to the south split because of construction. Traffic sponsored by ParkWiz. Make parking the easiest part of your night with ParkWiz. Reserve ahead and roll right in without circling for parking. Save up to 50% off. A secured space. Smarter parking starts here. Download the ParkWiz app today. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
So we've got rain that's going to be with us all week. If you take a look, well, I shouldn't say all week, a couple more days. It's been with us all week. That's what I wanted to say. And we will see more of that today in Indianapolis. Not as much as we saw in the overnight temperatures getting into the middle upper 70s. That's what's going to be with us throughout the week until Sunday. Maybe we'll hit 80 degrees, but it's possible that we actually have fall temperatures, which means one more week of fall until we get bone-crushing, freezing winter. Right now, 65 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:06.
This hour powered by Family Heating and Air, your American Standard Air dealer. Nobody cares for you like family.
Quite shamefully, Indigo is back in the news. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. What's going on? Good to be with you. We know the story of Indigo. They run the buses, and they were kind enough to bring us the nonsense of the red line.
It looks like the red line, 'cause in a really long line. It looks like the red line, waiting on the freaking red line.
And the blue line and the purple line. Remember when they told us these were going to be electric buses and it was going to be so great? And we told them long before they got to this moment, this won't work. Albuquerque, New Mexico tried the exact same thing. The incoming Democrat mayor said this is a lemon because the Republican mayor is the one who made it happen. See, there's foolhardiness on every side. We told you it wouldn't work. It got too cold. The buses don't run at peak efficiency if they're battery powered. They just don't work. And sure enough, the buses didn't work. And then we were going to have these charging pads, and it was wireless. It was actually very, very cool, but still, it doesn't work. And then it doesn't work, and they still put out the red line, and they took up the traffic patterns. They took out the places for cars to drive because, of course, the war on cars, as we call it, ever continues. What do you think Vision Zero is that Indianapolis is pushing? You got to stop voting for nonsense, Indy. Vision Zero says we're going to reduce car accidents to zero. That only happens if you take cars off the road, and that's the goal. That's the goal of Jesse Brown from the Indianapolis City County Council, very possibly. I think Allie Brown is one of those people. A whole host of others. The goal is to eliminate your ability to travel. All praise the central planning. Well, the central planning continues apace, where Indigo is planning new bus docking bays by the Carson Transit Center. They need more places to park the buses. So to do so, they're going to take out 19 metered parking spaces. You now have less places to park in downtown Indianapolis. Do you think that is coincidental, or is that the plan? Do you want to think about it for a minute? I mean, I love you, boo-boo. I'll give you all the time you need. Were the parking spaces taken out because they weren't necessary and you needed to make sure the buses were charged? Or were they taken out because giving people less places to park in Indianapolis is the plan? But Tony, they're building this, they're building that. There's going to be so much more parking. Okay. I'm not going to believe you. That's all right. I'm going to take a look at what they're actually doing. What they're actually doing. Indigo, to me, is not on the side of the people. Well, Tony, you don't understand how important the bus is. I understand that the bus is a 20th century solution for a 21st century problem. I understand that we should be a city and a county and a state that takes a look at how we can engage credits for things like Uber and other services to transport people from point A to point B. And since it wouldn't be Uber specific, it would be about transport. It isn't about supporting one company over another company. I know nobody wants to ride the bus. I know the red line doesn't work. The blue line doesn't work. The purple line doesn't work. They keep telling us it works, but it doesn't work. And I know now that they took 19 parking spaces. This is what they do. They take and they take and they take. And what they provide back, not very good. That's what we notice. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. When you get your new car, get it from Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield. And drive where you want to drive. Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield. Friendly people, good people, just have taken care of my family beautifully. I've bought used, I've bought new from Andy Moore Ford. And you can buy your next car or truck 100% online. Andy Moore Ford will deliver it right to your door. You can drive off in a new Ford F-150 XL truck for under $40,000. There are over 100 vehicles to choose from. Plus, buy a new Ford and make no payments for 3 months. You got to hurry, though, because, things are moving fast, like on those electric vehicles. Yes, they've got the Lightning, which I'm driving right now, which is the F-150 pickup, the electric. It's incredible. And the federal credit ends September 30th. You might be eligible for a $7,500 EV tax credit. Talk to Andy Moore Ford. Get more before it's gone. And it's so easy to get your car serviced with Andy Moore Ford as well. Just schedule it online. They'll come pick it up and bring it right back to you. Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield. These are your people. Go talk to them. Go get yourself that new vehicle you've been waiting for. Andy Moore Ford, 2713 East Main Street in Plainfield, or online at Andy Moore Ford, MOHR, AndyMooreFord.com.
This is Gary Dick. Bloomington hits a big economic development mark at 6:32. Brought to you by the proud members of the Indiana Laborers District Council and affiliated local unions who build Indiana. We are LIUNA.
Come celebrate the 52nd Annual New Earth Festival September 27th and 28th in historic Atlanta, Indiana. Free admission and over 600 vendors offering handmade arts, crafts, antiques, and collectibles. Free entertainment all weekend with 6 live bands, plus a free kids zone with 5 bounce houses. Plus culinary delights to tempt your taste buds all weekend. You can skip the drive and arrive in style on the Nickel Plate Express train. Visit AtlantaIndiana.com for more information. That's AtlantaIndiana.com.
Neighborhoods are popping up everywhere, but if you want something different than what you're currently seeing, Joyner Homes, based out of Greenfield, can build you a unique, custom home on your own private lot or anywhere you can bring your own builder. They've built hundreds of homes across central Indiana. Visit Joyner Homes Model Homes or go to JoynerHomes.com to see floor plans and pricing and more. With Joyner Homes, you can even start from scratch if you want. Check out their 5-star Google reviews and visit JoynerHomes.com.
Seems like there's more identity theft in the news every day.
Another major healthcare breach was reported today, resulting in the exposure. Now, 1 in 4 consumers have been a victim of identity theft.
That's because there are endless places that could accidentally expose you to identity theft, in a breach, or simply by mistake. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it, guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Traffic. Hold on, let me try that again. Traffic. There we go. Now I sound like somebody you ought to take home to mom. Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, what are you doing?
Fantastic. Looking at the northeast side, Shadeland Avenue at East 71st Street. That's a crash. We have two crashes on the south side, English Avenue at English Village Drive, and also English Avenue to the east of Shortridge, and that's going to be in the same area. West side crash, and this is Holt Road at Rockville Road. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Foundation Service. Is water damaging your home? Contact Indiana Foundation Service, the Basement Concrete Foundation experts. Get your free inspection today. Learn more at IndianaFoundationService.com. Licensed in all states where work is performed. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Thank you, Matt. By the way, it's good to have Matt back, isn't it? It's just not the same. It's just not the same show without Matt Horatio Bear. There it is. 65 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:16.
Stuck in a job that just isn't getting it done? Maybe it's time to go for IT. Whether you're just starting out, switching careers, or a military veteran ready for change, My Computer Career can help you launch a rewarding career in IT in months. No prior experience needed. Why spend years getting a traditional degree when your future in IT can start right now? Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Your most powerful upgrade? Your career. Go for it. Go for IT. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Mike Rowe here with a fun fact. Did you know that 50% of the air that you breathe inside your home comes from your crawl space? Yeah. Whether your crawl space is wet, musty, or your floors are bouncy, do yourself a favor and call a Groundworks company. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to repair your crawl space. Schedule a free inspection with Indiana Foundation Service, a Groundworks company.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Save big at the season-ending fall sale at Sundown Gardens. Herbaceous perennials 30 to 50% off. Pottery 50% off. 186th Street and Spring Mill Road in Westfield.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
It's not a 180 on Ukraine. That's actually not what we see from President Trump if you pay attention to President Trump at all. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Great to be with you. President Trump spoke at the UN. And to understand a bit of the conversation regarding his take now, if you will, new take, which I don't think it is, on Ukraine, you have to understand the speech at the UN. Because the speech at the United Nations was allow me to reintroduce myself. It was an establishment of everything he had said everywhere all the time. We are the dominant force in the world, and you guys are a leading part of the problem because you ain't living up to your potential.
That being the case, what is the purpose of the United Nations? The UN has such tremendous potential. I've always said it. It has such tremendous, tremendous potential. But it's not even coming close to living up to that potential. For the most part, at least for now, all they seem to do is write a really strongly worded letter and then never follow that letter up. It's empty words, and empty words don't solve war.
Accurate. He made the point that, there are 7 conflicts around the globe that I have taken care of, whether it be the South Sudan or wherever the case may be. Conversations regarding Azerbaijan. Not a phone call from you guys? It was a very interesting moment. Because his argument wasn't, hey, I needed your help to do it. It was, how come you didn't offer to help do it? Where the heck are you? What is it that you actually do here? I mean, that's the clip. If you would find that for me, producer Carl. Office Space? Can you tell me what you actually do here? Right? I interface with the people so the others don't have to. I'm good with people. The UN provides no value, and we should discuss removing ourselves from it, extricating ourselves from it, and starting again with other nations that actually want to do something. But this bureaucratic nightmare that we have created and we have funded supports despots and provides no value. Did Jimmy Carter like the UN? That's all you need to know. We're done. After that moment, we realize this doesn't work. But what a statement. Here I am doing the work. Where are you? Where are you to even say, hey, can we get you a coffee? Nothing. Incredibly smart thing to say. He continued.
Our message is very simple. If you come illegally into the United States, you're going to jail, or you're going back to where you came from, or perhaps even further than that. You know what that means?
That's the conversation about Uganda and other places. This is what Americans voted for. 10 bajillion%. This is what they voted for. So it's within that context that I bring you the story about his conversation about Ukraine. Because some people are going to see this as a 180. When asked about what happens if Russia flies planes into NATO airspace.
Mr. President, do you think that NATO countries should shoot down Russian aircraft if they enter their airspace?
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do. Is that President Trump leading us to war? Well, how about the follow-up conversation about how Zelensky's doing what right in front of Vladimir Zelensky? Sorry, Vladimir Zelensky.
An interesting day, I think a very productive day. And we're going to start a meeting with the president, who we all know very well, and he's a brave man, and he's picking up one hell of a fight. And we'll see how that all turns out. But we're going to have a meeting, and we have about 30 meetings scheduled today. We have a lot of meetings scheduled today, going pretty late into the night. But this is an important one, and we have great respect for the fight that Ukraine is putting up. It's pretty amazing, actually.
Respect for the fight. He's putting up one hell of a fight. By the way, Zelensky not wearing the tie, but was wearing the suit jacket. True story. Trump on Ukraine writes on Truth Social, after getting to know and fully understand the Ukraine-Russia military and economic situation, after seeing the economic trouble it is causing Russia, I think Ukraine, with the support of the European Union, is in a position to fight and win all of Ukraine back in its original form. Is that right? Is that accurate? Is that now what we're going to see? Because that's different, isn't it? That's very, very different than other things he has said. You would think that that's a 180. He continued, with time, patience, and the financial support of Europe, and in particular NATO, the original borders from where this war started is very much an option. Why not? ? Russia has been fighting aimlessly for 3.5 years, a war that should have taken a real military power less than a week to win. This is not distinguishing Russia. In fact, it is very much making them look like a paper tiger. So now it's a full propaganda conversation and a back and forth about how do you diminish Putin on a world stage and within his own nation. This is not a 180 from Trump. Trump tried diplomacy, to which Vladimir Zelensky said, diplomacy won't work with these people. This is exactly what he told J.D. Vance in the Oval Office when the dust-up came, and I said it here. J.D. Vance missed the moment there. He didn't understand the situation as well as he thought. He's the one who got caught flat-footed. I'm on the record. And now it has come true. Trump tried diplomacy with Putin, met with him in Anchorage, did all the things. Putin kept bombing Kyiv, had that ridiculous drone situation in Poland where clearly he doesn't have control of his military, as I've learned through Major Mike Lyons and some other study. I thought this was the Russians trying to saber rattle. This is the Russians being incompetent, or it could have been a little bit of both. But Trump's main goal was end the war because he said he would end the war so he could say, look, I ended the war. This isn't a 180 on Ukraine. This is the 2 rules of Trumpism in full effect. The first rule of Trumpism is Trump wins. The second rule of Trumpism is that a deal can always be made as long as it adheres to the first rule of Trumpism. If it stops, he wins. Doesn't matter how it stops. He wins. And if Russia isn't going to come to the table, if Russia's going to try and screw with him, if Russia's going to be a punk, okay, I'll support Ukraine. But you notice he's not committing American troops. You notice he's not committing American dollars. He's committed to selling U.S. hardware to NATO or to Europe and letting them take care of it and letting European nations lead NATO in this. But it is NATO, and we are involved. So that part doesn't go away. Mike Walls, the new ambassador to the UN, said that the United States will defend every inch of NATO territory. Oh, we're closer to being part of a fight, or at least NATO is. But this is not a 180 from Trump. This is classic Trump. Matt Bear's got traffic. Well, it's on the 5s. A little late. I apologize. What's going on, Matt?
Crash northeast side, Shadeland Avenue at East 71st Street. Crash on the west side, Holt Road at Rockville Road. Crash Shadeland Avenue, Clear Vista. Also a wreck on the south side, English Avenue at English Village Drive. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at drexelin.com. Visit drexelin.com for your free interior design or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
This is Rob.
And this is Casey.
Indiana's Attorney General says get rid of the teachers that celebrated the assassination of Charlie Kirk.
Join us Wednesday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
Guys, it's game on at Synergen X and Low T Center, your TRT MVPs.
Book a free TRT consultation and automatically enter for a chance to win autographed sports memorabilia, tickets, and more. Female patients, you can win too. Book at TRTMVP.com.
Make this your year. Looking for a new career in the high-demand fields of IT and cybersecurity? Attend classes live, online, or on campus. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify.
At Community Health Network MD Anderson Cancer Center, we're here to support you every way we can. From answering your questions to helping coordinate appointments.
The whole team has been phenomenal there. They've made me feel like I'm a family member. I get hugs every time I go in. It's been such a blessing that the great care I've received has been so close to home.
Learn more about Community MD Anderson at ecommunity.com/cancer.
If you're experiencing a hardship and need to quickly sell your home, we may be able to help. Simple Quarters has helped over 3,000 families sell their homes in Indiana.
Simple Quarters has helped me by allowing me to sell my house. It's given me the financial stability to be able to move and go on with that next chapter. Simple Quarters was the best option for me because there was no BS involved. It was simply straightforward, to the point, honesty, and that is what made me go with Simple Quarters. There was nothing that I didn't expect. They didn't have hidden fees. They didn't ask me to go get an appraisal. They didn't ask me to have a surveyor come out. This has probably been one of the easiest experiences in my life. And if I ever have to do it again, I would call Simple Quarters again. Simple Quarters absolutely kept their word through the whole process.
Call Simple Quarters 317-900-HOME. 317-900-HOME.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Jimmy Kimmel returns, but he didn't apologize. Nothing on radar. 66 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 76 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick, and here's what's trending at 6:30.
But I do want to make something clear because it's important to me as a human, and that is, you understand that it was never my intention to make light of the murder of a young man.
On Tuesday, Jimmy Kimmel thanked conservatives who defended his free speech and said he didn't intend to blame any group for Charlie Kirk's assassination, calling the person who murdered Kirk a deeply disturbed individual.
The President of the United States made it very clear he wants to see me and the hundreds of people who work here fired from our jobs. Our leader celebrates Americans losing their livelihoods because he can't take a joke.
And Kimmel also commended Erica Kirk for forgiving her husband's killer. Nexstar Media Group in St. Clair, two of the biggest owners of broadcast TV stations, said they would not air Jimmy Kimmel live on Tuesday. That means Hoosiers in the Terre Haute and Evansville TV markets did not see last night's show. President Donald Trump is changing his stance again on the war in Ukraine after meeting with their president Tuesday during the UN General Assembly. Fox News' Lucas Tomlinson has this report.
Russia continues to occupy about 20% of Ukraine. On social media, Trump said he now thinks Ukraine is in a position to take back all of that territory. A big topic of discussion in New York this week was the recent breach of NATO airspace when these armed Russian MiG-31 Foxhounds flew over Estonia for 12 minutes. Trump was asked what NATO should do in the future if this happens again.
Mr. President, do you think that NATO countries should shoot down Russian aircraft if they enter their airspace?
Yes, I do.
Now, last night on Special Report with Brett Baer, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said his relationship has improved with President Trump.
And Trump also accused somebody at the UN meeting of stopping the elevator when him and the First Lady were on it and cutting off the teleprompter. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Traffic, weather, and sports together in 3 minutes at 6:32.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio. I'm Gary Dick. The Bloomington Economic Development Corporation announced this week that Monroe County has topped $1 billion in capital investment commitments and more than 900 new jobs promised since 2020. President Jennifer Pearl says the mark is a major milestone as the organization celebrates its 40th anniversary and is currently moving through its 3-year strategic plan. Among projects supported by the EDC are Simtra Biopharma Solutions, combined $580 million in commitments and 450 jobs. The organization also notes a $350 million investment from New Jersey-based Catalent. Mandy Mikulski is marking her first month as the leader of Science Central in Fort Wayne, a facility that provides a variety of hands-on science-based programming for about 135,000 visitors annually. She talked with Inside Indiana Business about her goals for the popular venue.
I see as a place that can be a major attraction for this community. I want people to walk in and feel inspired and engaged and ready to just be themselves and have a great time. The board is fully ready and engaged. We're going to be working on a strategic plan.
The Agribusiness Council of Indiana has announced that Melissa Reckewig will be serving as the organization's new president and CEO. Reckewig has more than 25 years as an Indiana ag leader with experience in ag education, policy, and organizational management, and according to Hoosier Ag Today. From the state's #1 source for Indiana business news, you're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio.
We build Indiana. The Laborers International Union of North America are men and women building roads and bridges to get Hoosiers where they're going today and a new energy infrastructure that will keep Indiana competitive tomorrow. LIUNA's over 12,000 statewide members also grow local economies, earning good union wages, shopping where they live and work, and paying taxes. We build Indiana for good jobs and stronger communities. The Laborers International Union of North America. We are LIUNA.
Do you own an import-export business? If so, your company could save time and money with foreign trade zones. FTZs are designated sites across the United States where you can reduce, defer, and even eliminate import duties, helping you stay competitive in the global marketplace. If you're interested in becoming an FTZ, the Indianapolis Airport Authority can sponsor your application and start you on the path to savings, because smart companies get in the zone. Learn more at inzone.org.
The Indiana Office of Community and Rural Affairs this week announced the city of North Vernon as the 2025 Preserving Main Street Community. The designation provides the Jennings County City up to $2 million in grants to revitalize historic buildings within its downtown district. This is Gary Dick for 93 WIBC.
All right, Gary, checking the south side. Northbound 65 slows Keystone Avenue up to the south. Split delayed 3 minutes. West side crash, Rockville Road at Holt Road. Crash on the northeast side. It's Clear Vista at Shadeland Avenue. Also another one in the area at Shadeland Avenue at East 71st. Crash south side, English Avenue at English Village Drive. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at DrexelIN.com. Visit DrexelIN.com for your free interior design or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go. I'm Matt Bear on the fives at WIBC Traffic.
65 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:36. We check on sports. Ryan Hedrick, what's happening?
Tony, good morning. The Las Vegas Aces just dominated the Indiana Fever last night in their Game 2 WNBA semifinal series matchup, 90-68. The final score. Fever head coach Stephanie White says the Aces were tougher all night long.
You know, we were on our heels, and we were passive. We were reactive to everything. 28 points off of turnovers, 14 points off of offensive rebounds. I mean, they're too good. We can't spot them 42. We've got to be able to handle that. I mean, they've been world champions for a reason.
And game number 3 here in Indy Friday night. The Indianapolis Colts pass rush was tough on the Tennessee Titans quarterback last week, and now they have a big test in the LA Rams quarterback, Matthew Stafford.
He's only been sacked 4 times, I believe, and gets the ball out faster than any quarterback in the league right now. So we'll see how it goes. It'll be more getting him off his spot, and certainly hopefully will come free. But they do. Sean and does a great job there overall as an offense.
Indy defensive coordinator Lou Anarumo's Sunday's game kicks off at 4:05. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com.
Don Fisher for QC Kinetics. I was struggling with chronic knee pain and wasn't encouraged with the options of risky surgery and pain pills. QC Kinetics offered the best option for me, cutting-edge regenerative medicine. Their non-invasive treatment stimulated my body's own biologics so I could be pain-free and get back to doing what I love, playing golf. QC Kinetics has a fantastic success rate, and it's clear to see why so many Hoosiers are happy to tell their story of how they reclaim their lives with the QC Kinetics approach. Ready to live your life pain-free? Go to QCkinetics.com/Indianapolis or call 317-559-PAIN and get a no-obligation consultation. QC Kinetics uses the latest technologies, whether it's stem cell, PRP, plasma, or a number of other advanced therapies. Call QC Kinetics. It'll be the best call you will make. Get back in the game, whatever that is for you. Call 317-559-PAIN.
Dear driver, thank you. Thank you for slowing down when you saw the orange cones and road construction signs. My husband is one of those road workers. And today, you saved his life. If you hadn't slowed down, you would have missed that lane change, driven right into the work zone, and you would have killed him. Because you were driving differently. He'll be at our son's Little League game this weekend. He'll be there to walk our daughter down the aisle. He'll be out there tomorrow, making Indiana's roads safer. Thank you.
When driving in a construction zone, be smart, be alert, be in the zone.
This is Brian Short, Business Manager for the Indiana Laborers District Council.
Everyone deserves a safe place to work. Do your part in the cone zone. Slow down, save lives. We're all in this together.
A message from Indiana's District Council of Laborers International Union of North America and affiliated locals.
Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at drexelin.com or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go.
We have the best technicians in the business here at Family. They'll take care of you every time. 317-577-8077.
Family Heating and Air, your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
What would you say you do here?
That's the question. What would you say, UN, that you do here? Thank you, Producer Carl. I appreciate you handling that with such aplomb. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. So the Indiana Fever lose to the Las Vegas Aces. Game 3 will take place there in Las Vegas. Certainly sorry to see it. It's a best-of-5 series, so they will come back, and hopefully they'll take the game in Las Vegas, and then they'll come back and take the game in Indy, and off to the finals they go. This is certainly what I hope for. No guarantees that it's going to happen. Remember, they're playing without Caitlin Clark, without Sophie Cunningham. I mean, they've taken the hits, and they've still played rather admirably. I just want, for this city, I want the playoffs. I want the dollars. I want the excitement. It's always good. This is what we should want. So good on them. The game goes back to Las Vegas. Then we'll bring it back here. Go for a sellout. Onward and upward. Win in Vegas. Win here. Take a breather. Let's start a finals. Get your tickets. Don't get your tickets. That's totally up to you. I don't get involved. Jimmy Kimmel returned to TV. It's up to you to decide what you thought. I'll break it down for you. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Scrolling all day. Clickbait everywhere. With the facts, they're harder to find.
WIBC didn't just report the story. They explained why it matters.
I'm Ryan Hedrick on The Level on the go.
I check the WIBC website every morning before I even open social media.
Online, on social, on air. Stay in the know while you're on the go.
You've got to stay in the know.
Stay informed.
Now more than ever, we have information.
93 WIBC and WIBC.com.
Everybody knows Hubler's got the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles. But did you know? Now you can get that same limited powertrain warranty on new Toyotas. Introducing the all-new Hubler Toyota. Get grand opening savings all month long. And right now, save on new Toyota trucks with low APR financing, including 2025 Tacomas with 3.99%, or Tundras, just 1.75 APR for 72 months.
Hubler's got you covered.
At the all-new Hubler Toyota on US 31 South in Indianapolis. Visit HublerToyota.com. Grand opening savings and the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles.
Cover me!
Select models, approved credit, plus tax tag title license, 249 dealer doc. Tacoma monthly payment for 60 months, 1841 and Tundra 1464 per thousand financed. Expires 9/30.
Cindy Druba, office manager for CSE Morse, needed a paperless solution, so she called on Applied Innovation.
We weren't paperless, and more companies are going paperless, and we wanted to have the option.
How has Applied Innovation's DocuWare solution helped your staff?
It's nice to have everything at my fingertips. You know, I'm not, digging in this drawer, digging in that drawer. I can just put in my search criteria and up they pop.
Applied Innovation even helps scan your documents.
We had 7 years of stored records, bankers boxes upon bankers boxes, and we used Applied to have, they actually scanned and stored all those documents for us.
And the bottom line benefit to using Applied Innovation?
Saved us a lot of time and a lot of space. Time is money.
Applied Innovation, office technology made simple, backed by a partner you can trust. Call Applied Innovation today, 800-521-0983, or visit appliedyinnovation.com.
Seems like there's more identity theft in the news every day.
Another major healthcare breach was reported today, resulting in the exposure of
1 in 4 consumers have been a victim of identity.
That's because there are endless places that could accidentally expose you to identity theft, in a breach, or simply by mistake. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it, guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS at lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, what's going on?
Northeast side, Tony crash, Shadeland Avenue, Clear Vista. And then we have a crash, Shadeland Avenue at East 71st. South side, crash, English Avenue at English Village Drive. And a crash on the west side, Holt Road at Rockville Road. South side, northbound 65, slow through the construction, Keystone Avenue into the south split. That is a 4-minute delay. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at DrexelIN.com. Visit DrexelIN.com for your free interior design or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We've got 65 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:46.
The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Tony Katz to 46220 or visit indianaunclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
Head online to the contest page at WIBC.com and enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets to see Trans-Siberian Orchestra Thursday, December 4th at Gainbridge Fieldhouse.
Wow, total eclipse of the heart. Someone feeling... Did you just break up with your high school sweetheart, producer Carl?
No, but Kimmel was crying last night. So.
He was. Kimmel cries a lot. You just don't know whether or not you can believe him, which I don't. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. Perhaps I'm wrong. Shame on me. I need to show some grace. He didn't apologize for the lie that he told, and I want to make sure that we are clear. Jimmy Kimmel, host of Jimmy Kimmel Live, paid millions by ABC and Disney, lied about who assassinated Donald Trump, assassinated Charlie Kirk, did it on purpose. Someone tried to assassinate Donald Trump, and a guy yesterday was found guilty of attempted assassination of Donald Trump and then tried to kill himself. Ryan Routh, in the courtroom, gets found guilty, grabs a pen from his lawyer's desk, and tries to stab himself in the neck. It was a scene. Crazy story. But I don't want to get ahead of myself. I want to talk about Jimmy Kimmel. He lied about the assassin of Charlie Kirk. He lied. He knew he lied. He was taken off the air for it. He was allowed back on his show. And then he's acting, not apologizing, but a whole bunch of this right here.
It's going to make much of a difference. If you like me, you like me. If you don't, you don't. I have no illusions about changing anyone's mind. But I do want to make something clear because it's important to me as a human, and that is you understand that it was never my intention to make light of the murder of a young man.
With all due respect, I'm not listening to any more tears except for those of Erica Kirk. You cry a lot, Jimmy. I'm not saying that there aren't moments to cry. And I'm not here to tell you that after the assassination of Charlie Kirk, there weren't a lot of tears from a lot of grown men across the country. But this isn't how you acted when it happened. This is how you acted after America looked at you and said, that's just too ugly for us. We're not going to have this. And when your bosses said, what's your plan? You said, I'm going to double down on it because I'm Jimmy Kimmel. It's what you said. It's what you said. And to listen to you cry is really unkind, continuing for us. Maybe if you had started with an apology, not it wasn't my intention, the apology.
And asking for compassion, and I meant it, and I still do. Nor was it my intention to blame any specific group for the actions of what it was obviously a deeply disturbed individual. That was really the opposite of the point I was trying to make. But I understand that to some that felt either ill-timed or unclear, or maybe both. And for those who think I did point a finger, I get why you're upset. If the situation was reversed, there's a good chance I'd have felt the same way. I have
Note, it's not an apology.
Many friends and family members on the other side who I love and remain close to, even though we don't agree on politics at all. I don't think the murderer who shot Charlie Kirk represents anyone. This was a sick person who believed violence was a solution, and it isn't.
He was a sick person who was radicalized by today's leftist politics, and the proof is in what he wrote on the shell casings, who he was connected with, and the things that he said. It's okay to say it's part of the problem. It's a fundamental issue. There are now, often you hear about political extremism and violence comes from the political right. It's always the political right. It's clearly the political left over the last years. It has grown in its violence. We have Antifa surrounding an FBI building in Oregon. Was that it last night, Producer Carl? You've got the assassination attempt of Donald Trump twice. You have the assassination of Charlie Kirk. You have the assassination attempt of Steve Scalise. You have people like Riley Gaines being attacked on college campuses. What do you think is happening here? Well, what about the killing of Melissa Hortman in Minneapolis? She shouldn't be a hot potato subject. That woman was killed by I'll use the Guy Benson line, a kook, I think that's Guy Benson's line, whom, had some right-leaning activities in his past and also some left-leaning ones, like, for example, the No Kings posters in his car. And I'm with you. We still don't have enough information there. It's horrific. But no one paid attention to it. She was honored through a resolution in the House of Representatives, something Charlie Kirk was not afforded by those Democrats who voted against it. I believe it was unanimous for Melissa Hortman.
Ever. And also selfishly, I am a person who gets a lot of threats. I get many ugly and scary threats against my life, my wife, my kids, my coworkers, because of what I choose to say. And I know those threats don't come from the kind of people on the right who I know and love. So that's what I wanted to say on that subject. But I don't want to make this about me because, and I know this is what people say when they make things about them, but I really don't. This show is not important. What is important is that we get to live in a country that allows us to have a show like this.
That doesn't mean that you're entitled to a show like this. You don't have to have a show. Now, if you want to argue to Jimmy Kimmel's credit, he did say that he watched Erica Kirk, and he was very taken by her grace and forgiving the assassin who killed her husband. It is up to each individual person, to the extent that they want to spend any time in it, to go about deciding whether they accept this, whether this the grace requires a level of forgiveness and forgetfulness. Forgetfulness is, I don't believe, any part of grace. And I have none. A show like this, Jimmy Kimmel, does not mean you get to do a show like this. It doesn't mean you're guaranteed a show like this. It doesn't mean you have to be paid millions to do a show like this. This was the lie that you got caught on, but it wasn't the only lie. And you certainly are not interested in entertaining those alleged conservative family members that you have. I mean, who am I to not believe him, but there have been lies. You don't have to watch. You don't have to give him forgiveness. That's totally up to you. I don't get to make that call. But you didn't apologize. ABC is wrong to put you back on the air. And if you think that the discourse has gotten rough and callous now, Jimmy gets his millions of dollars a year job back. Wait till you see what comes next from these people. They not like us. Matt Bear has got traffic. What's up, Matthew?
Southside northbound 65 stop and go traffic. Keystone Avenue up to the south split because of construction. That's a 5-minute delay. Inbound 69 slows 106 296. Crash on the east side. Holt at Rockville. Crash 71st at Shadeland. Crash Shadeland at Clear Vista. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at DrexelIN.com. Visit DrexelIN.com for your free interior design or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go. Matt Bear at WIBC Traffic.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take Dayquil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the Dayquil.
Undo your flu symptoms with Dayquil Intense Flu. Dayquil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
Dayquil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
The fall planting season is here, and Sundown Gardens wants to help you with all your landscape needs. The nursery lot is bursting with a high-quality selection of trees and shrubs, and there are some selections up to 50% off. Now's a great time to take advantage of season-ending sales, too. Herbaceous perennials 30 to 50% off, and pottery 50% off. Sundown Gardens, located on the corner of 186th Street and Spring Mill Road in Westfield. SundownGardens.com. That's SundownGardens.com.
Pat Sullivan here for Gutter Helmet. Are you still putting screens on your gutters? You know, if the holes are too big, debris gets in, and you're still cleaning your gutters. If the holes are too small, it sits on top, and now you're cleaning the screens. I have Gutter Helmet on my home, and it has no holes, slots, or screens. It keeps the debris out and the water in. Since 1981, Gutter Helmet has been America's #1 choice for gutter protection. Right now, Gutter Helmet is offering a 17% discount plus 12 months no interest financing if paid in full within 12 months. Call 800-5HELMET, that's 800-5HELMET, to schedule a free estimate. 17% off, restrictions apply, and cannot be combined with other offers. Call Gutter Helmet today at 800-5HELMET, that's 800-5HELMET, or gutterhelmetindy.com, and never clean your gutters again.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. And when it comes to music, change is all around us. Songs are rewritten, classics are remixed, bands and artists come and go. Even our taste in music changes. Here at Xfinity, we know there's still good in keeping some things the same. That's why we want to do our part with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. It means no matter what changes, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Surprised? Life is full of them. One internet price, 5 years, guaranteed. Learn more at xfinity.com/deals. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
Are you nearly maxed out on your credit cards? It doesn't matter if you're using your credit cards for fun or to survive. At the end of the month, your statements come in, and you can either pay them or you can't. If you can't, late fees and interest rates get tacked on. And now you're struggling just to make the minimum payment due. Do you feel trapped? Am I talking to you? Good, because I personally researched some companies that can help you. They may be able to reduce your credit card balances by 50% and stop the late fees. If you qualify, please call our special debt hotline number right now for a complimentary free 5-minute consultation. Deal with your credit card problem now before it gets much worse and put more money back in your pocket. Trust me, I've been there too. Call right now.
800-948-1659. 800-948-1659. 800-948-1659. That's 800-948-1659.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recycler Studios, what police are saying about a case involving drugs and 2 women who were found dead. Why police say they need your help this morning, and what the Indiana Fever are saying after their Game 2 in Las Vegas in the playoffs. Those stories and more after Fox News. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1, Indianapolis on a Wednesday morning. It's 7 o'clock.
Jimmy Kimmel returns. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News, and it was an emotional one.
It was never my intention to make light of the murder of a young man.
And Kimmel said he never intended to blame any specific group for the actions of a disturbed individual.
I don't think the murderer who shot Charlie Kirk represents anyone. This was a sick person who believed violence was a solution, and it isn't. Ever.
Disney took Kimmel's show off the air last week after comments he'd made about Kirk's alleged assassin. Kimmel also thanked his supporters, even naming some conservatives who were critical of the show's suspension. As for President Trump,
our leader celebrates Americans losing their livelihoods because he can't take a joke.
Well, President Trump posted on Truth Social he can't believe ABC gave Jimmy Kimmel his job back, calling the show Democrat garbage, suggesting on Truth Social it could be a major illegal campaign contribution for them. Some ABC stations did not air the return.
Viewers in dozens of TV markets, including Washington, D.C., Seattle, and Nashville, were unable to watch. The Nexstar Media Group and Sinclair Broadcast Group saying they will continue to preempt the show on a quarter of ABC stations as they evaluate the show's content.
Fox's Todd Pyro. President Trump's making news on Russia's war after a meeting at the UN with Ukraine leader Volodymyr Zelensky. The president posted on Truth Social that Russia's a paper tiger, adding he thinks Ukraine is in a position to win back all of its territory Russia's taken. After talks to end the war with Russian leader Vladimir Putin haven't stopped the fighting, Zelensky tells Fox.
The fact that Putin was lying to President Trump so many times also made a difference.
Ryan Ruth, the man accused in the second Trump assassination attempt last year, was convicted in federal court in Florida on all charges. Then Ruth tried to stab himself in the neck after the verdict, but he was subdued and taken away. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Drugs don't just ruin lives, they end them. Nothing on radar, 66 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 76 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick, and here's what's trending at 7:02. A group of cops called the Overdose Drug Task Force just recorded its 9th arrest in a case where 2 women were found dead. Here's Jake McDaniel.
Officers went to an Indianapolis home in August of 24.
They were at a welfare check, and those officers were able to identify, unfortunately, that there were 2 individuals down within a residence that had, unfortunately, been pronounced deceased.
IMPD officer Tommy Thompson says both victims were women. One died at the scene, and the other later died at a hospital. After looking into evidence, police say Kadeem Roach was responsible for selling the drugs that killed them. He was arrested. Jake McDaniel, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And Roach is due in front of a judge in about 2 hours. IMPD this morning is asking for your help to locate a couple of kids that are missing, a 13 and a 17-year-old brother and sister. You could go to Indy Metro Police Facebook page for descriptions of these kids. A judge sentenced former Stark County Deputy Don Ferguson to 2 months in jail and 4 months of probation in a case involving missing drugs and cash from the Sheriff's Department evidence room. This case goes back 5 years. Prosecutors charged Ferguson with 8 crimes in 2020. The jury acquitted him of 4, and on Tuesday he pleaded guilty to filing a false police report. All the other charges have been dropped. There was some light rain overnight.
Looking ahead towards the weekend on Friday, we have a 20% chance for a lingering shower, but generally mostly sunny skies, high near 76 on Friday. And then we're looking for a dry weekend as we look ahead to those days.
Forecaster Jason Puma at the National Weather Service Indianapolis says you could see some light rain today. The sentence is 65 years in prison for a Fort Wayne man who killed a Kroger employee about 2 years ago.
His name is Jamard Lewis, and he was punished with that sentence from Allen Superior Court Judge Fran Gohl on Tuesday. Gohl said Lewis is one of the worst criminals she's ever encountered in nearly 30 years on the bench. Lewis's attorney tried to argue that his mental health issues should should mean a lighter sentence for him, but Gohl did not see it that way. Police say they saw video and photos of him stabbing that Kroger employee, Perla Nieto, to death back on December 7th of 2023. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Things fell apart for the Indiana Fever last night in Las Vegas. They were out-hustled and out-muscled in Game 2 of the WNBA semifinals. Final score 90-68. Here's head coach Stephanie White.
We didn't throw any. I mean, the reality is they came in and they were physical and they dictated, and, we were on our heels and we were passive and we were reactive to everything.
And Game 3 right back here in Indianapolis on Friday night. Tip-off at 7:30. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go and at WIBC.com at 7:05. Traffic on the 5s. Good morning, Matt Bear.
What's happening, Ryan? Looking at northbound 65 south side. Stop and go traffic. Keystone to the south split. A 6-minute delay because of construction. Crash on the south side. English Avenue at English Village Drive. Northwest side. Northbound 465 slows. 86th Street up to 865. Inbound 69 slow. 96 to 82nd. And Carmel southbound 31 slow to 465 from 106th Street. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies with nationwide LTE coverage. For a limited time, get 60% off and free UPS shipping at rapidradios.com. Use code RADIO for an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist, what's happening?
Hey, good morning. We've got some wet pavement out there, and a few isolated showers could be possible on and off throughout the day today. Maybe a rumble of thunder, mostly cloudy skies. A little bit cooler than what we saw yesterday. We'll get up to a high of 74. Tonight, mainly cloudy skies. A few spotty showers possible with lows falling to 62. Another cloudy day on Thursday, maybe a few isolated showers, 74 for our high. But then we look for dry conditions heading into the weekend and a little bit more warmer as well. We'll look for those highs over the weekend, right around 80.
But we're done with the 90-degree stuff. We're officially into fall now?
Well, yes, I do think so. We are officially fall. What fall began around 2 o'clock on Monday afternoon. So it's fall, y'all. Yes. This.
By the way, producer Carl, if you want to grab "It's Fall, Y'all," we can,
right on it.
We can add that. I've got room for one more. That will make number 12.
12.
That'll be 12.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Whatever you need. Remember, I have 12 sound effects for Tara Hastings, but only one Matt Bear.
Oogie boogie.
That's it.
But that's all you really need with Matt Bear.
12 Tara Hastings after this, 3 Randy Ollis's, 1 Matt Bear, no Marcus Bailey's.
How do you not have a Marcus Bailey?
He's not very interesting.
That is true.
Wow. By the way, also, that is true. We'll take out shakshukas. We'll pull that out. That is true is going in. I got to go. You are a delight. Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. We'll catch up with you in a little bit. 65 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:08.
This hour powered by Family Heating and Air, your American Standard Air dealer. Nobody cares for you like family.
The Attorney General, his name is Todd Rokita. You've seen pictures. He has sent a memo to school superintendents, university administrators, telling them they're wrong for not disciplining or firing teachers who make comments about Charlie Kirk's death. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. TonyKatz.com, the Substack up and running as we move away from where we were, changing the platform. So if you're somebody who used to go to the locals page, don't be surprised. It's now TonyKatz.substack.com or just TonyKatz.com. If you are a subscriber there, you're now a subscriber over here. If you have any issues, reach out. I'll take care of them. Appreciate it. And it's growing. And it's growing well. And we're building and love it. TonyKatz.com. Go be a part of what's happening over there. I don't know if he's accurate here. Is this a political opinion or a legal opinion from the Attorney General? Some schools have responded to those calls for action with excuses and equivocation, claiming that the First Amendment prevents them from terminating or disciplining educators for celebrating or expressing controversial views about the killing of Charlie Kirk. In many, if not most cases, those schools are wrong. He states that as a legal matter, as reported by Nikki Kelly of the Indiana Capital Chronicle, schools have substantial authority to punish educators for divisive or controversial speech. And it quotes numerous cases, does the memo, that are standing legal precedent on the matter. Our question is where the thing was expressed and what was expressed. Disagreement with Charlie Kirk is something that should be absolutely allowed. The celebrating of murder is a problem, and I wouldn't want my child, my student, being around somebody who celebrates someone's murder because they disagreed with them. And so we're clear, look at what you disagreed with. Someone who believed that men are men and women are women, someone who believed in his faith, believed in his Christianity, and was certainly not afraid to talk about it at any level, anywhere. Someone who believed in the preservation of the nation, the conservation of the nation. I'm a conservative for a reason, not a populist. And I differ from a lot of people on the political right out there on that subject. Killed for my views? That's madness. And if you support that, if you support the idea of, well, he had it coming, well, that's different. Couldn't one argue that? And if you argue that people don't do that, oh, wait for it. I'll share with you the study, the polling about the left and 54% and what they think about Charlie Kirk and why those of us, whether they do this for a living or whether we're just active in our own social media spheres, is aware of what's coming. And as we've discussed, the only way out is through. I'm going to keep saying it because you have to start understanding it and absolutely absorbing it. Jimmy Kimmel got his job back. This isn't going to stop. This is only going to amplify. I'll share that polling with you at 7:45. The popcorn moment coming up. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
It's football season. The air is crisp, the stakes are high, and every winning team has one thing in common: a solid game plan. The same goes for retirement. You need a clear strategy, smart play calling, and a team who knows the field. At Howard Bailey Financial, we help you prepare for the long game, anticipating challenges, protecting your lead, and calling the right plays when it matters most. Because, let's face it, retirement isn't a pickup game. It's the championship round, and you don't want to wing it. Get off the sidelines and into the huddle. Text PLAY to 888-494-5004 to download your free retirement toolkit. That's PLAY to 888-494-5004. Howard Bailey Financial, because every great retirement deserves a game-winning drive. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. See disclosures at howardbailey.com.
Of all the times to buy a new Lincoln, right now is the very best time at Tom Roush Lincoln. Get 0% APR for up to 48 months on 2025 Lincoln Corsair, Nautilus, or Aviator. Plus get a $1,000 Tom Roush Trade Assist bonus. So come get that new Lincoln from Tom Roush Lincoln, where our family's been serving yours for over 53 years.
36-month, 10,000-mile per year lease, 2,500 due at signing. No security deposit required. All offers subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details. Ends 9/30/25.
Seems like there's more identity theft in the news every day.
Another major healthcare breach was reported today, resulting in the exposure of
1 in 4 consumers have been a victim of identity. That's because there are endless places that could accidentally expose you to identity theft. In a breach, or simply by mistake. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it. Guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Health gives you the ability to love more, feel more, be more. Health gives you the ability to live an extraordinary life. Because every day, no matter the challenges, is a chance to breathe, laugh until your belly aches, cry because you care so much, and experience everything that makes your life truly extraordinary. For 150 years, Franciscan Health has been there, watching extraordinary lives unfold. Love your extraordinary life.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, what's happening?
All right, we're looking at this ramp from eastbound 865 to eastbound 465 on the northwest side, and this ramp is going to be closed until Thursday, September 25th, so basically tomorrow until 5 a.m. It was supposed to be popped open a little bit earlier than that, but they extended it, so this is what we're dealing with. Here at the moment, should reopen tomorrow morning at 5. Northbound 65 south side stop and go Keystone to the south split, delayed 6 minutes. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies with nationwide LTE coverage. For a limited time, get 60% off and free UPS shipping at rapidradios.com. Use code radio for an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
65 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:15.
Hi, this is Chris Cox, owner of Chimney Solutions Indiana. We're celebrating our 10th year in business. Call this month to take advantage of 10% off all chimney sweeps and inspections. We're also celebrating the opening of our new fireplace showroom on 86th Street and Lafayette Road. Come and experience our exclusive lines of wood-burning and gas fireplaces.
Call 317-757-6979 or chimneyindy.com.
The popcorn moment brought to you by Booer. Why did I say it like that? That was weird, right? I didn't just hear it weird. It came out weird, didn't it? I thought so. Booer Remodeling, B-O-O-H-E-R, BooerRemodeling.com. Inside your four walls, Booer Remodeling is the call to make your house look amazing. You want a kitchen that shows off a plate collection, a glassware collection, something special. Why not? Why can't you have cabinets that do that? Lighted, glass, frosted. I don't know what you want, but you do. And that's the point. Booer is there. B-O-O-H-E-R. Booer Remodeling is there to help you get what you want, your ideas made into reality and done right. We're talking about the best materials, the most skilled craftsmen and technicians, ensuring that your new kitchen is everything you want it to be and it lasts. The value is not just in the finishes. The value is in how it is built. Built to last, standing the test of time. The thing that 2 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, you're like, this kitchen is fantastic. I love that we called Booer and got it done. Talk to Booer Remodeling today. They stand behind their work with a 2-year workmanship guarantee, and they deliver quality work on time with a service-oriented attitude. Booer Remodeling, 317-852-5546. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-852-5546. Booer Remodeling, 852-5546, or online at Booer, B-O-O-H-E-R, BooerRemodeling.com. The popcorn moment. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. It's the story you need to hear to believe. Then grab your popcorn because there is more. It pains me to have to bring you a story about Kamala Harris. Yeah, you really thought we were done with that, didn't you? Yeah. Rookies. I get that you were not expecting Kamala Harris to be back in the news.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
But she's on this book tour for her book, 107 Days. And, you know, it's the book where she's saying, well, I would have picked Pete Buttigieg to be my running mate, but too gay. She said it. Insane. I've made myself perfectly clear how little I regard Pete Buttigieg as a politician. But holy cow, he didn't deserve that. It's beyond gross. But she's out there pushing this book. And in this book, she says that the reason she lost the election.
I went into election day thinking you were going to win.
Yeah.
So did you.
Yeah, I did.
So, I mean, it was a very tight race, but ultimately, if you have to pin it down to one thing, what was the primary reason, do you think, that you lost?
There are many factors, I think, that played into the outcome of that election.
Starting with my personality, starting with my inability to speak properly, the fact that I'm really not bright, all of these things played a massive effect. That I didn't have any policies, I never saw anything wrong with Joe Biden, that I picked someone like Tim Walz, proving that I have no sense of character or normalcy or decency. I mean, all of these things played an effect, but if you really want to know.
But I think probably one of the biggest in my mind is we just didn't have enough time.
We didn't have enough
time. We didn't have enough time.
Oh, yeah. Well, you didn't.
And, you know, I mean, one of the reasons I wrote the book is this is unprecedented. Think about this.
Yeah.
That there's a race for president of the United States. The current sitting president is running for re-election. 3.5 months from the election, he decides not to run. The sitting vice president then takes the mantle, running against a former president of the United States who had been running for 10 years with 107 days until.
The other reason I wrote the book was for the cash. All of that is absolutely true. You had 107 days. Is that why you lost? Because if I were to ask you about that race, you'll tell me it was close.
The sitting vice president then takes up the mantle, running against a former president of the United States who had been running for 10 years with 107 days to go. It's unprecedented. It was the closest presidential election in the 21st century. And as history writes about that election, I felt very strongly that I wanted to make sure my voice was present in how that election is discussed and covered. It's part of American history, and I want.
The Democratic Party threw out 14.5 million votes of Democrats and gave the nomination to Kamala Harris because they didn't want an open convention because she was going to get her butt kicked because nobody thought she was smart enough or good enough or capable enough or able enough to run for president, never mind be president of the United States. She just doesn't have it. That she rose to be vice president after calling Joe Biden a segregationist in the primaries, to which she never actually got a single vote in any primary, is unbelievable and is just the story of America. This place is amazing. You wanted your voice as part of the conversation? Yes, I agree. You should have your voice as part of the conversation, Kamala Harris. And luckily for us, we have it. Right there, as clear as day. We also have this as part of your voice. The story of why it is you lost. The quote, the reason that you lost is that when you were asked, is there anything you would do differently than Joe Biden? Anything that you would do differently than Joe Biden, you said, nothing comes to mind. Nothing comes to mind. I don't begin to comprehend how that could possibly be said. But you said it. And that was the end. And then you go on The View to sell your book because, after all, I mean, they owe you one. You didn't lose because you only had 107 days. You lost because Americans are not insane. And that's the lesson. And one I'm pretty thankful for. My faith in humanity still exists. Matt Bear has traffic on the 5s. Matthew, what's going on?
All right, Tony, south side, northbound 65, now delayed 6 minutes, Keystone Avenue up to the south split. It's a construction zone. Crash, Forest Manor Avenue on East 30th, so East 30th at Forest Manor. Looking at the northwest side, northbound 465 slows 86th Street up to 865. It's happening, Hamilton County. Inbound 69, delayed 4 minutes, 106 to 82nd. Have a safe trip in this morning. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at DrexelIN.com. Visit DrexelIN.com for your free interior design, or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hammer and Nigel show this afternoon. The biggest stories in Indy. Tony Kennett will join us. We've got Heart tickets to give away. Let's have a day. 93 WIBC.
Indianapolis is ranked number 2 by Zillow among 2025's hottest real estate markets. Home values rising, holding strong. It's a great time to sell. Hire the team with proven systems to maximize your equity. Sell your home with Mark Dietel. Maybe with a growing family or working from home, you need more space. Mark Dietel is the only real estate expert trusted and recommended with the sale of your home. Mark Dietel guarantees your home sold at a mutually agreed upon price and deadline, or he will buy it. You just pick your move date. No long-term contracts. You can cancel any time. Sarah in Fountain Square said, after investing in a property in Fountain Square, I ran into some financial trouble and needed to sell the place fast for maximum dollars. I hired the Mark Dietel team, and they were able to sell my property within weeks for over list price. You want to call the local Indianapolis agent, trusted and recommended, the agent who guarantees your home sold, or he will buy it. That's Mark Dietel. Talk to him today. Good guy. You're going to enjoy the conversation. 317-755-4232. Get all the details, get things started, or go online to markdietel.com. That's Mark Dietel, D-I-E-T-E-L, markdietel.com.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
Nah, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
You do got this.
NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching fever. Best sleep with the flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Of all the times to buy new Lincoln, right now is the very best time at Tom Roush Lincoln. Get 0% APR for up to 48 months on 2025 Lincoln Corsair, Nautilus, or Aviator. Plus get a $1,000 Tom Roush Trade Assist bonus. So come get that new Lincoln from Tom Roush Lincoln, where our family's been serving yours for over 53 years.
36-month, 10,000-mile per year lease. 2,500 due at signing. No security deposit required. All offers subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details. Ends 9/30/25.
Whether it's the good food or the friendly mood, you can count on Indiana to never lose when it comes to tailgating. And we want to see you at every game. That's why Hubler's got you covered with the best warranty around. So kick off the season in a Hubler quality pre-owned vehicle. Right now, you can buy with 0 down. Choose from over 2,000 cars, trucks, and SUVs. Plus, every Hubler Q certified vehicle is covered by a 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Includes a 128-point vehicle inspection and a free Carfax history report. We'll pay top dollar for your trade. Bring Hubler your old car for an immediate appraisal. 0 down delivers, and Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles.
Hubler's got you covered.
Visit drivehubler.com or any of our 13 convenient locations.
Cover me.
Select models, approved credit. Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at drexelin.com or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go.
Did you get a heating and air conditioning quote that you're just not sure of? Give us a call for a free second opinion.
317-577-8077 for Family Heating and Air, your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
Google putting brakes on the data center.
93 WIBC.
The comments were ill-timed and thus insensitive.
Unless it's absolutely necessary, don't do it.
What happens next?
Harmful to both mom and baby.
Happens here.
Terminated because of a Facebook post.
Several U.S. allies moved to recognize Palestinian statehood.
Stay in the know.
Suing Ball State University
while you're on the go.
The rise in autism rates.
On air, online, and on Alexa. 93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
He talked about the killing and the kindness. Nothing on radar, 66 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 76. I'm Ryan Hedrick, and here's what's trending at 7:31.
He did his best to cancel me. Instead, he forced millions of people to watch the show. That backfired bigly.
Late night host Jimmy Kimmel returned to the air Tuesday after a few days off, addressing previous comments that he made about Charlie Kirk's assassination.
But I do want to make something clear because it's important to me as a human, and that is, you understand that it was never my intention to make light of the murder of a young man.
But Kimmel did not apologize. He also thanked those, particularly on the political right, who defended his right to speak freely, even if they disagreed with his views. December 18th, that's when Ryan Ruth will be sentenced for attempting to assassinate then presidential candidate Donald Trump. On Tuesday, moments after being convicted on 5 charges, Ruth tried to stab himself in the neck with a pen.
At this point, I think we all want justice, and justice includes a sentence and a term of imprisonment. If you're a defense counsel or Mr. Ruth, you're hoping that the sentence is a number and not letters.
Deputy AG Todd Blanche speaking with Fox News on Tuesday. President Trump addresses a range of issues speaking at the 80th United Nations General Assembly in New York City yesterday.
President Trump criticizing the UN, including for failing to end wars.
Empty words don't solve war. The only thing that solves war and wars is action.
Saying he's worked to end 7 wars without help. After a meeting with Ukrainian President Zelensky, President Trump taking to Truth Social to reveal he thinks Ukraine can reclaim all of its lost territory in the war against Russia with support of the European Union.
But I feel that way. I really do feel that way. Let them get their land back.
Ukraine's leader calling this a big shift after President Trump's call for Ukraine to make concessions. President Trump also telling reporters NATO nations should shoot down Russian military aircraft that enter their airspace.
That's Fox's Kristen Goodwin reporting. The owners of Camp Mystic say it will reopen next summer. 27 young girls and counselors died at the summer camp in July during flooding in the Texas Hill Country. The New York Times is saying the owners announced the decision in 2 emails that were sent hours apart Monday. One email went to the families of the girls who died, while the other went to a larger group of past campers. The South Bend Community School Corporation is thinking about changing some of its schools to 7th and 8th grade only, while consolidating all other primary schools into pre-K to 6th grade. This mother spoke at a town hall this week.
I am concerned about, particularly in this building, where we would put 6th graders.
And it's only a proposal at this point, with more town halls to come. Indiana Attorney General Todd Rokita says schools are legally wrong not to discipline teachers over comments made about Charlie Kirk's assassination, citing precedent in a 6-page memo released this week. And sports on WIBC, and a new day and a new result in Las Vegas for the WNBA semifinals.
Final score
Vegas 90, Indiana 68. And his best of 5 series now knotted at a game apiece as it moves to Gainbridge Fieldhouse on Friday night.
That's John Nolan with the call on the Old National Bank Radio Network, while Indiana guard Odyssey Sims led the team with 18 points. Game 3 here in Indianapolis Friday night. Some teammates call Indianapolis Colts quarterback Daniel Jones obsessive in his preparation, but offensive coordinator Jim Bob Cooter says that focus is why the team is unbeaten.
All week, practicing plays, we're walk-throughing plays. There's a lot of opportunities to take a play and make it a little bit better. Sometimes those have a big outcome in the game, and Daniel has a great perspective on that.
And the Colts head to L.A. this weekend for a matchup with the Rams. Sunday kickoff at 4:05. And in baseball, the last place Pittsburgh Pirates beat the Cincinnati Reds 4-2. That loss, combined with the New York Mets, come from behind 9-7 win over the Cubs, put the Reds one game behind for the Mets in the race for the final wild card spot. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go, and at WIBC.com at 7:35. Traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Bear.
All right, Ryan, looking at northbound 65, a 5-minute delay. Keystone Avenue up to the south split. Inbound 69 delayed 8 minutes from 116 to 82nd. Northwest side, Boone County. Northbound 465 stop and go 86th Street up to 865. South side, northbound 65 slow through the construction. Delayed 5 minutes. Keystone Avenue into the south split. Crash on the east side, Martindale. East 30th Street at Forest Manor Avenue. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at DrexelIN.com. Visit DrexelIN.com for your free interior design. Visit their showrooms today. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We've got 65 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:36.
Whenever I'm out a-wandering, chasing a rainbow dream, I often stop and think about a place I've never seen.
Today on the marketplace, is it really art? That's the question. You decide. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. During downtime, clearing my head, getting ready for what's next on the show, I find myself on the Facebook Marketplace. Cool stuff, odd stuff, weird stuff, strange stuff. All the stuff is there on the Marketplace. I have bought stuff. I have sold stuff. The entire Marketplace segment brought to you by IndianaUnclaimed.gov. You have your cash waiting for you right here in the state of Indiana. Go get it. IndianaUnclaimed.gov. Fast, easy, free to use. Go to IndianaUnclaimed.gov or text my name, Tony, to 46220. Text Tony to 46220 and get started and get that money that's waiting for you. Matt Bear joins me on the live stream there, youtube.com/WIBC. He's back. Matt, the people missed you.
I missed the people.
Yeah. You sound perturbed today, Matt. Is everything good?
No, everything's great. I'm glad to be here.
Did you just burp or throw up?
No, I just took a drink of my coffee. I had creamer in it, and I didn't want to waste it. So I took a big old chunk of it out of my coffee cup. No, I feel great. I'm happy to be here, man. Why wouldn't I be? It's
I'm just saying.
Beautiful. Overcast Wednesday morning, and it was some nice time off. I had a good time, and very rewarding, I must say.
Okay.
So
I told people you were on assignment.
Yeah, I did that too. I was assigned, and it was good. It was tough. It was tough. We lost a lot of people, but we're back.
Do you just want to admit to everybody now that you're CIA because you are not giving no information? You ain't giving nothing.
It was fantastic. I made it up to Chicago for a night, and I went to a baseball game, and then I came back and did some recovery stuff. For the recovery community, and it was good, man. It was like lots happened, and just perfect time off, in fact. So,
Matt Bear, right there.
Yeah,
just gallivanting. To see the Cubbies.
How about that, Daniel Jones?
That's all. So Matt Bear's on the live stream. Producer Carl is on the live stream as well. He does not have as interesting of a story. I ask if this is art right now. This is, according to the people at Facebook, realistic cereal wall art.
Oh.
It is a bowl of what looks like Fruity Pebbles. And it's What do you I don't know what they pour in it. Something that holds it in place, and so it's like it's I don't know. It's got like acrylic on it. Maybe it's acrylic, they utilize bowls they get from thrift stores, and then they put this cereal in it. Then they cover it with this goo, and then it hardens and it's got the spoon in it, and you can hang it on the wall, and it just looks like a bowl of cereal.
Yeah, it's held together by Elmer's glue.
Right.
And that's, that was a staple of my art career when I was in grade school. The problem is, when I was a kid, I ate a lot of Elmer's glue.
We know.
Kind of dry it to your hand. Did you ever do this? Did you ever take Elmer's glue and, put it on the top of your hand and it would all crust over, and then you'd look at it and it kind of looked like icing. You didn't want to eat it, Did you ever do that?
By the way.
Did you ever do that? Huh?
The Supporting Sobriety podcast is available wherever it is you get your podcast.
I'm talking about
Matt
Elmer.
Bear, Ryan Hedrick. They're there for you. Get that podcast right now, and now you know why.
Elmer's glue, not modeling glue. It looked delicious, and that's what they're doing here with this beautiful wall art here with the fruity.
So
pebbles.
here's how they describe it: handmade, can be hung on the wall, and can be made with different types of cereal. And then they add a caveat: not edible.
That'd be my first thought. Is if I see that hanging on the wall, would be to take down the artisan bowl and start eating it. Why else would you go and get one of these?
So they take cereal, they pour it in a bowl, they pour whatever the goo is on it that hardens it in place, and they'll sell it to you for $25.
Why the hell not?
You in?
Yeah, why not? This is fun. Surprise, it's glue in old cereal.
Right. I just want everybody who's part of Tony Katz in the Morning News to know end of year bonus has been decided. Huh?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
So, honestly, I think it would be fun on a wall, be fun in the kitchen. Good on them. They're creating art. They're thinking. I like it. I say go get it. Go get yourself some of this realistic cereal wall art. Don't let Matt Bear dissuade you from something like this. And also, kids, Matt Bear ate the glue, and we all know it.
Yeah, I did. I didn't make that up.
Matt.
Yeah.
We know, Matt. We know you ate the glue.
Tony Eminette had a little baggie.
And right now, what I'm just trying to advise the kids of who are going to school right now is learn from Matt Bear. Don't eat the glue.
Yeah. Mom told me to be nice to the kids, so I started sharing my milk with them, and then I got in a lot of trouble. I wasn't supposed to share my milk because they drink out of the same carton as I would. Those little...
After eating glue.
Well, hey. I was raised in Southeast Missouri, man. We didn't have a lot of money, There wasn't a lot of money to the school system. So I say wash.
Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Scrolling all day. Clickbait everywhere. But the facts, they're harder to find.
WIBC didn't just report the story. They explained why it matters. I'm Ryan Hedrick on The Level on the go.
I check the WIBC website every morning before I even open social media.
Online, on social, on air. Stay in the know while you're on the go.
You've got to stay in the know.
Stay informed.
Now more than ever.
We have information.
93 WIBC and WIBC.com.
By now, you've heard about IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's a way to claim your unclaimed property from the Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division. It's not a scam. It's not houses, boats, cars, or storage facilities. It isn't free money. So what exactly is it? It's your money. It belongs to you, and it's waiting for you to claim it. It's money from unclaimed wages or commissions, forgotten bank accounts, underlying shares, refunds, insurance proceeds, stock dividends, safe deposit box contents, overpayments, certificates of deposit, money orders, and more. The Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division safeguards those funds while trying to locate and return those funds to the owner or heir. It's your money, you deserve it, and the Attorney General's office wants to make sure you get it. The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. text Tony Katz to 46220. That's Tony Katz to 46220. Or visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
Don't let pneumococcal pneumonia break your stride. If you're 50 or older, you're at increased risk. So be proactive with Capvaxive pneumococcal 21-valent conjugate vaccine to help protect against invasive pneumococcal disease and pneumonia caused by certain types of pneumococcal bacteria. Capvaxive helps protect against the strains of bacteria that cause about 30% more IPD cases than any other pneumococcal conjugate vaccine in adults over 50, according to national-level CDC stats. Regional variations may exist. Don't get Capvaxive if you're allergic to the vaccine or its ingredients. Tell your doctor if you have a weakened immune system. Common side effects include injection site reactions, feeling tired, headache, muscle aches, and fever. Capvaxive does not protect against all strains. For more information, call 1-800-927-8888 or visit capvaxive.com. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Capvaxive. Need help paying for your Merck vaccine? Visit merckhelps.com. Sponsored by Merck.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, what are you doing?
4-minute delay south side, northbound 65 after Keystone into the south split. That is a construction zone. Inbound 70 slow, Shadeland Avenue to the north split. Inbound 69, 10-minute delay from 116th Street, 282nd. Northwest side, northbound 465 slow from 79th up to 865, delayed 4 minutes. Southbound 65 in the bone, a little bit slow before State Road 267. Good morning, guys. And on the south side, northbound 65 a little bit slow after Southport Road up to 465. Crash east side, 38th at Sherman. Also crash at 30th and Forest Manor Avenue. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at DrexelIN.com. Visit DrexelIN.com for your free interior design or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
65 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:46.
Everyone's talking about Galaxy Concrete Coatings and their transformation, like your neighbor Brett.
We did Galaxy for the sidewalks and also the porch. The porch had a few pits. Galaxy said that was no problem.
Home or business, Galaxy Concrete Coatings got you covered.
Obviously with the front sidewalk and step, but we didn't worry about any kind of slipping. You know, you're concerned about that after rain. And then when it did dry, it didn't spot, it didn't stain. It was just like it had been done yesterday.
Lots of styles to choose from, 4 times stronger than epoxy, and it comes with a lifetime warranty.
One thing that my wife commented on was how easy the Galaxy coating swept versus just the bare concrete.
Click on GalaxyConcreteCoatings.com now. That's Galaxy Concrete Coatings. And remember to like us on Facebook. Galaxy Concrete Coatings. We're out of this world.
We moved here recently. I didn't even think twice about calling anyone else but Galaxy to come do this house.
Are you tired of high cable TV rates? Sign up for Dish today and get a $500 bonus offer while supplies last. Plus, lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Call All American Dish, your Dish authorized retailer now.
800-296-1251. 800-296-1251. That's 800-296-1251. Offers require credit qualification, 24-month commitment, early termination fee, and e-auto pay. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies with national LTE coverage. Go to rapidradios.com and you'll get up to 60% off, free UPS shipping. Add code RADIO for an additional 5% off.
Game day starts with the Colts Ultimate Tailgate. Join WIBC October 12th at 9:30 a.m. at the Slippery Noodle for drink specials, games, prizes, and all the pregame fun you can handle. Don't miss Indy's Game Day Kickoff Party. More details at WIBC.com.
I don't know if Jerome Powell is trying to sink the markets, saying that stock prices appear fairly highly valued the other day. A speech in Providence, Rhode Island, was asked how much emphasis he and other members of the Federal Reserve place on market prices. And he said, quote, "We do look at overall financial conditions. We ask ourselves whether our policies are affecting financial conditions in a way that is what we're trying to achieve. But you're right, by any measures, for example, equity prices are fairly highly valued." I don't know I don't know what he's doing at this stage of the game, but he's not long for the gig. We all know that's coming. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. Whether Trump's going to remove him or whether he's just going to serve out the rest of the term, that remains to be seen. But I shared with you that I would share with you some polling, some data, a story. This ties into Jimmy Kimmel being allowed back on the air and making this statement, this claim about his intentions.
I don't think what I have to say is going to make much of a difference. If you like me, you like me. If you don't, you don't. I have no illusions about changing anyone's mind. But I do want to make something clear because it's important to me as a human, and that is you understand that it was never my intention to make light of the murder of a young man. I don't think there's anything funny about it. I posted a message on Instagram on the day he was killed, sending love to his family and asking for compassion, and I meant it, and I still do. Nor was it my intention to blame any specific group for the actions of what it was obviously a deeply disturbed individual. That was really the opposite of the point I was trying to make. But
it's up to you to whether you believe him, because it's clear that he lied and he knew that he lied. But the argument that Jimmy Kimmel made of being allowed to go back to the show where he makes millions of dollars is that he doesn't condone the assassination of Charlie Kirk. I would ask Jimmy Kimmel to refer to this Rasmussen poll, posted as it is at Newsmax. 54% of liberals call Kirk's killing, quote, understandable, unquote. That is the reality in which we live. It is clear and it is obvious that the words of the late Charles Krauthammer have never been more accurate. The right thinks the left is wrong. The left thinks the right is evil. And the left has been working its crowd towards violence for years. Towards Donald Trump, towards Trump supporters. Threat to democracy, autocrat, he's an authoritarian, he's a dictator. You told us that the government was authoritarian for getting Jimmy Kimmel thrown off the air. It was 5 days, 6 days. Worst authoritarian ever. And now the left is suing Brendan Carr, who heads up the FCC, trying to take his law license. The lawfare never stops, kitten. Because the left has not announced in one breath that they oppose violence, political violence, these threats of violence, these attacks. They say that Charlie Kirk's skirt was too short. I said it then, I say it now, and I have the data. They not like us. And I think for the left, one of the things you have to ask yourself is, what do you want to be a part of? Do you want to be a part of that? Now, that is not an argument that you want to be a part of everything the political right is doing. I'm not saying that. I'm asking, do you want to be a part of this? Are you part of the 54% of people who say, hey, listen, murder is wrong, but Charlie Kirk, yeah, kind of had it coming. You want to be a part of that crowd that wants to rationalize this? Because once they rationalize Charlie Kirk, they can rationalize anything. Because they don't have a code, they don't have a core, they don't have a philosophy that moves them. And when they shoot at me, they'll rationalize it. And when they shoot at you, they'll rationalize it. And when they shoot at your kids, they'll rationalize it. As the ends justify the means. As this violence is the good violence. History repeats. Because we somehow create generations of people who think they can do this kind of stuff better. They're still convinced that they're the righteous ones. They not like us. And it's even, first of all, it proves that the Jimmy Kimmel story doesn't change anything. it's only to them a reason to say, see, you take a couple days off and then you're back at it. Good. We can keep doing this. We can keep lying. We can keep intimidating. We can keep propagandizing. Look at us. Certainly lying about the idea that Trump is an autocrat or Trump is an authoritarian or Trump is a dictator. And certainly lying about Charlie Kirk. They can keep doing it. And if something bad should happen, like a bullet or something else, well, skirt was too short. He had it coming. She had it coming. They had it coming. This is where we're at. The only way out is through. This is our reality. And I put forth to you once again, the left cannot win another election. They can't be rewarded for this. But this is right now who they are, and no one on the leadership pushing against it. Matt Bear has traffic.
Westbound 70 slow after Shadeland Avenue into the North Split. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at DrexelIN.com. Visit DrexelIN.com for your free interior design or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Guys, Hammer and Nigel here. This fall sports season, it's game on at Synergen X and Low T Center, the MVPs of testosterone replacement therapy. Ready to tackle low energy and achieve your health goals like a pro? They've got the winning game plan with personalized TRT. Book a free consultation and automatically enter for a chance to win autographed sports memorabilia or tickets to major sporting events.
Get fit like an MVP at Synergen X and Low T Center. Book that free TRT consultation and you will automatically be entered for a chance to win autographed sports memorabilia, tickets to your favorite local sporting events. Winners are selected every week. Female patients, you're eligible too. Book right now at trtmvp.com. That's trtmvp.com. Book a free TRT consultation and be an MVP where your health is concerned, and you might be a winner. trtmvp.com. That's trtmvp.com.
Whether it's the good food or the friendly mood, you can count on Indiana to never lose when it comes to tailgating. And we want to see you at every game. That's why Hubler's got you covered with the best warranty around. So kick off the season in a Hubler quality pre-owned vehicle. Right now, you can buy with zero down. Choose from over 2,000 cars, trucks, and SUVs. Plus, every Hubler Q-certified vehicle is covered by a 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Includes a 128-point vehicle inspection and a free Carfax history report. We'll pay top dollar for your trade. Bring Hubler your old car for an immediate appraisal. Zero down delivers. And Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles.
Hubler's got you covered.
Visit drivehubler.com or any of our 13 convenient locations.
Cover me.
Select models, approved credit. Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
With 11 locations, Tech Credit Union's Chief Information Officer, Zach Hohulin, relies heavily on applied innovation and Arctic Wolf, an AI-driven cybersecurity platform.
We've been so impressed with that platform that Applied recommended that we now have gone back repeatedly to Applied.
Being a financial institution, Applied Innovation plays a critical role protecting your members.
It's almost a new Cold War, right? You have to have cybersecurity insurance, and you have to start partnering with organizations that will step in and help you manage that.
And having Applied Innovation as your cybersecurity partner?
It makes me a lot less anxious because I'm able to sit back and know that we're in good hands and not have to worry about it. I get to sleep at night.
Don't risk your data being hacked or exposed to ransomware threats. Call Applied Innovation today, 800-521-0983, or visit appliedinnovation.com. And sleep better knowing your network's secure.
It's Terry Stacy, and not too many locally owned businesses in central Indiana have been around 80 years. But Cardwell Do It Best on the south side has stood the test of time. Congratulations to Jeff Cardwell and Cardwell Do It Best, recently named 2025 Member of the Year by Do It Best. Autumn brings about whole new to-do lists, and Cardwell Do It Best has everything you need and even stuff you didn't know you needed, like extra keys. They make keys, including programmable keys and key fobs. Cardwell is your discount roofing headquarters, featuring dimensional roofing as low as $21 per bundle. And for the yard, find a full line of trusted lawn and garden products and Milwaukee M18 Fuel cordless power tools. Come celebrate 80 years strong at Cardwell Do It Best. Locally owned, community trusted, and always ready to help you do it best. 3205 Madison Avenue. Shop online where you'll find over 67,000 products with free shipping at CardwellHomeCenter.com.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recyclers Studios, what Indianapolis police are saying about a case involving drugs and 2 dead women, how your lieutenant governor wants to honor the late Charlie Kirk, and what Indiana communities were blocked from watching Jimmy Kimmel's return last night after Fox News. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It is 8 o'clock.
Jimmy Kimmel's show back on the air on some ABC stations. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
I was not happy when they pulled me off the air on Wednesday. I did not agree with that decision, and I told them that.
And while Kimmel did not apologize for comments about Charlie Kirk's alleged assassin that had Disney suspend his show last week, Kimmel got emotional, saying he never intended to make light of a murder.
Nor was it my intention to blame any specific group for the actions of what it was obviously a deeply disturbed individual.
Kimmel also thanked his supporters and conservatives he disagrees with for being critical of his suspension, though he remains off the air on dozens of ABC stations owned by Sinclair and Nexstar that didn't put his show back on last night. Kimmel got a standing ovation, saying President Trump can't take a joke.
The President of the United States made it very clear he wants to see me and the hundreds of people who work here fired from our jobs.
President Trump posted on Truth Social he can't believe Kimmel got his job back, that he's not funny, and his show is 99% Democrat garbage that he wrote might be a major illegal campaign contribution. The day after the president criticized the UN at the UN for not stopping wars, for pushing a Palestinian state, illegal immigration, and climate change, which he called a con job. New U.S. Ambassador to the UN, Mike Waltz, just told Fox.
This is a president of peace. He absolutely deserves the Nobel Peace Prize. And the UN can and should be a forum where we can engage and actually get things done. While at the UN, the president also met with Ukraine's leader Volodymyr Zelensky, who tells Fox he thinks President Trump's tired of being lied to by Russian leader Vladimir Putin.
Very positive signals from the side that Trump and America will be with us to the end of the war.
The president called Russia a paper tiger in a Truth Social post. Fox's Peter Doocy reads at the White House.
After seeing the economic trouble it is causing Russia, I think Ukraine, with the support of the European Union, is in a position to fight and win all of Ukraine back in its original form.
America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
A man who sold lethal drugs is due in court this morning. Nothing on radar. 66 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 76 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:02.
The Overdose Death Task Force picked this case up, went looking further into it, and was able to highlight through what is in the probable cause, showing how they put all these pieces together.
Indy Metro Police Officer Tommy Thompson telling WIBC that Kadeem Roach sold tainted drugs last year that killed 2 women in a neighborhood not far from Marion University.
This, you see, was from an August 11th incident of 2024. These detectives, again, working diligently to ensure, again, that we get and remove these individuals committing these crimes in our community off our streets, keeping them safer.
And Roach will appear in front of a Marion County judge in about an hour. Jimmy Kimmel returned to Jimmy Kimmel Live Tuesday, thanking conservatives who defended his free speech, but not exactly apologizing for the assassination monologue that he rattled off. However, Nexstar Media Group, a major broadcast owner, chose not to air the show, leaving Hoosiers in Terre Haute and Evansville unable to see it. Indiana Lieutenant Governor Micah Beckwith is calling for a pedestrian bridge honoring Charlie Kirk, who was killed in Utah earlier this month.
Charlie loved building bridges. I mean, some people, on the left would say he was, very divisive. I don't see it that way at all. He was always saying, if you disagree with me, step up to the microphone. I want a dialogue.
Beckwith says this is going to have to start with lawmakers, but he doesn't exactly know where he wants the bridge to be. He says just as bridges connect communities, Kirk's legacy
reminds us to keep building connections with one another. Indiana is looking to improve oversight of the state's Utility Regulatory Commission. Jarrett Lewis with the story.
As utility costs continue rising and could jump even more next year due to rate hike requests, Indiana Governor Mike Braun is looking to add qualified individuals to the state's Utility Regulatory Commission.
Our state must have reliable utilities without overwhelming Hoosier families with skyrocketing rates.
Announced this week as additions to the nominating committee of the IURC are Indiana's Secretary of Energy and Natural Resources Susie Jaworowski, former state rep Darlene Sherman, and business executive Corey Cochran. Those interested in being on the commission have until October 14th to apply. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
The Las Vegas Aces showed why they are one of the top teams in the WNBA last night, avenging a Game 1 loss against the Indiana Fever, taking Game 2 90-68. Head coach Stephanie White.
They were much more aggressive and physical defensively. And, you know, we didn't counter that with our off-ball actions or with our back cuts.
In Game 3 right here in Indianapolis, Friday night at 7:30. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 8:05. Traffic on the 5s. What are you watching, Matt Bear?
Right now, it's inbound 69, Ryan, delayed 10 minutes, 116th Street, 282nd. Also on the northeast side, eastbound 465 after Allisonville Road breakdown, right lane closed. Crash east side, 38th at Sherman. Also a crash east of 30th Street at Forest Manor Avenue. Looking at northbound 65 south side, slows after Keystone Avenue into the south split because of construction. Traffic sponsored by Moderna. MNEXT Spine COVID-19 vaccine, mRNA by Moderna, is here. To find it near you, visit mnextspike.com. That's MNEXSPIKE.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist, what's happening?
Hey, good morning. We're going to look for mostly cloudy skies today, maybe a few spotty showers here or there. We'll go with a high temp right around 74 degrees. Mostly cloudy overnight. Could see a few lingering showers with lows in the lower 60s. And then on Thursday, look for mainly cloudy conditions, a few isolated showers possible with highs near 74. Decreasing cloud cover for your Friday, and then lots of sunshine for the weekend with those high temperatures returning close to 80.
That is Tara Hastings right there of Wish TV. Thank you, Tara. 64 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:06.
This hour powered by Family Heating and Air, your American Standard Air dealer. Nobody cares for you like family.
Some very interesting data that is out there. This is a Reuters Ipsos poll, and it coincides with some data that Harry Enton over at CNN was discussing, that on major topics, crime, immigration, the economy, Republicans are seen in a better light than Democrats. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. And weirdly enough, gun control, which can't quite do the math on. I've got it over there at TonyKatz.com if you want to take a look at it. Same thing is true with political extremism. Republicans outrank Democrats. Respect for democracy, 29% Republicans, 31% Democrats, so basically a tie. I don't know what to do with that. Democrats are winning on women's rights or something of that ilk. Democrats so believe in women's rights, they'll let anybody have them. Hold on, is that a good joke? Can I get a ruling on that? Democrats so believe in women's rights, they'll let anybody have them. Huh? Huh? Thank you. No, please. I have other jokes. We'll get to it. All right, calm down. Calm down. It's going to be all right. There we go. Yeah, I know. It's bad news. It's bad news for the midterms, which, again, are going to be the Charlie Kirk midterms. That's going to play huge in this. And then there's this story about Oklahoma and Turning Point, where the superintendent there, the superintendent of education, Ryan Walters, wants to establish Turning Point chapters at all state high schools. I am very excited to announce a partnership with Turning Point USA to establish chapters in all Oklahoma high schools. Radical leftist teachers unions have dominated classrooms for far too long, and we are taking them back. To which the Indiana Lieutenant Governor, Micah Beckwith, is like, we should do this here. Couple things here. I have no idea if every high school wants a chapter. So I don't know how you establish something in a place if they're not interested in it. But for the teachers to be bothered by something like this, do you have any idea how bothered we are by your unions, by anything led by the NEA, by anything led by Randy Weingarten? These union heads who are, based on their own words, in my view, bigoted. They are not interested in kids. They are interested in their power. They're only interested in progressive politics, and that has no value. And neither, by the way, have the teachers union shown a real value for the community, for the parents, for the kids. And we can do just fine without the teachers union, and I do favor breaking those unions in two. We could do fine without the unions. And we should try it. So if this is the way you kind of counter the union activity and the progressivism amongst some teachers, way too many teachers in our schools, I don't know if this is the way to do it. But a school that wants to create a chapter is not going to get my opposition in the slightest. I just don't know how you force it on the school. Informing the schools that this is an option, being supportive of students who form one of these chapters, pushing back against unions that might be opposed to these chapters. Oh, okay, I can see that. We're going to put a chapter in every school. Well, that would be up to Turning Point USA. And I don't know if that's up to the superintendent of education in Oklahoma. And I'm not mad at the dude. I think I understand where he's coming from. I just don't know how you do it. And as for the lieutenant governor here, Micah Beckwith, same rules apply. Same rules apply. We've got other problems here in Indiana and the LG's got problems, but we'll get to that. In the meantime, we're no longer investing pension funds into China. How were we ever doing that to begin with? State Senator Chris Garton scheduled to be with us to break that down. How in the world did we ever allow this to happen? And where else are we putting our money? Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. You have got snow that is coming. I know what you're saying, Tony. There's no snow in the forecast. Boo-boo. It's Indiana. It's September. In less than 2 months, you're going to see some kind of crazy weather. Is your roof up to the challenge? Can you get one more year out of it? Are there cracks? Are there leaks? What has the last storm season done to your roof? When's the last time you checked? Call Moss Roofing right now. Moss Roofing, M-O-S-S, mossroofing.com. Family owned, right here in central Indiana for over 30 years. Moss Roofing gives you something very hard to find these days. Honest work and peace of mind. And Moss Roofing offers free inspection. They'll get on the roof. They'll check everything, a true, thorough checkup of your roof, your siding, your gutters, your windows. And if there's storm damage, any damage, they're going to show you. They're going to explain everything clearly. And they will work with your insurance company for you. No stress, no pressure, just real professionals doing the job right every single time. They love that. They love that pun. I am fans of Moss Roofing. Good family, good business. Protect your home. Avoid bigger problems later. Talk to Moss Roofing today. 317-747-3665. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-747-3665. Moss Roofing, 747-3665 or online at Moss, M-O-S-S, mossroofing.com.
Hey, it's Rob. And you know, fall can be the perfect season to tackle those home improvement projects before the weather turns cold. And if your windows are old, drafty, or just plain inefficient, now is the time to finally do something about it, because Universal Windows Direct has an incredible September offer. Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free, no limit. So whether you need 4 or 14, you only pay for half. And to make it even easier, you'll get 0% financing for 3 years. So no interest, no pressure. And here's a bonus you'll love. $500 off your entire home improvement project when you schedule now. So let's review. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free. 0% financing for 3 years and $500 off your entire home improvement project. Some restrictions may apply, so to get all the information and schedule your free in-home estimate today, call 317-659-7574, 317-659-7574. Or check them out on the web, universalwindowsdirect.com, universalwindowsdirect.com. Tell them Rob sent you.
The most extraordinary thing a woman can do is let herself be human. We try to do it all, sure, but what if we're just not feeling it? Like when the fatigue hits, but you gotta bring snacks to the soccer game? Or when the laundry's piling up, but that hot flash says, too bad. We get it. Franciscan Health has care for extraordinary women who can do it all, but don't have to. Visit franciscanhealth.org/OBGYN today.
Traffic on the 5s. Matthew Bear, what are you doing?
Inbound 69 Tony, 8-minute delay, 116th Street, 282nd. South side, northbound 65 delayed 6 minutes. Keystone Avenue into the south split. On the northeast side, eastbound 465 after Allisonville Road. That is a stall, I'm told, blocking the right lane. Crash at 38th Street at Sherman Drive. Crash east 30th at Forest Manor Avenue. And a reminder, the ramp from eastbound 865 to eastbound 465 scheduled to reopen tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. We're keeping an eye on it. Traffic sponsored by Moderna. Ready when you are. Mnext Spike COVID-19 vaccine mRNA by Moderna is available now. Just visit mnextspike.com. That's MNEXSPIKE.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
65 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:16. How did it come to be that someone could say out loud, Hong Kong's not a part of China? What are you talking about? How is that possible? How did it come to be that we did any investing through the pension system or anywhere else into China? And how did it come to be that Jacob Stewart of the Indy Star and some rather good reporting noticed it, and we actually saw government be responsive? Tony Katz, 93 WIBC, good morning. Good to be with you. State Senator Chris Garton joins us right now from, forgive me, the 45th District. He sits on Appropriations, Rules and Legislative Procedure, Joint Rules, Tax, and Fiscal Policy Committees. So this is how I know the story, sir, and I appreciate you taking the time because this involves you, because what the Indiana pension folks said was, hey, we read the legislation and Hong Kong's not part of China, and then they looked to you and you kind of gave them a frown. The story goes that Jacob Stewart discovered, that's how I know it, that the Indiana Public Retirement System was investing in Hong Kong a little over $30 million in funds. Did you know about this before the Jacob Stewart story, or is that when you were made aware of it?
Yeah, good morning, Tony. Thanks for having me. Jacob did a good job pointing this out, and once it got mentioned and brought to our attention, as you can imagine, we jumped all over and engaged leadership over at IMPERS, as well as the governor's office. And as you mentioned, they were extremely responsive, and we're appreciative for that. But I might mention, it wasn't $30 million invested. Come to find out, it was about $150 million worth of assets invested into Hong Kong.
So Jacob posts the story, and I don't know the man. Post this story, and INPERS, which is the Indiana Public Retirement System, the Indiana Public Retirement System, says we read the law here, and Hong Kong is not a part of China. Now, that would mean you didn't notice when the British Empire gave it back to China in the late 90s, but neither, and a mistake, by the way. But at that moment, you get involved because you're the guy who wrote the legislation. So when you wrote the legislation, what specifically was it about? What was the impetus, and what did it say?
Sure. Well, Tony, you know, this is a bill that couldn't be any more organic to a grassroots movement. I was actually having a conversation in 2022 with a friend of mine who was also a constituent, but who was also a public school teacher. And we were just having this casual conversation about what are the teachers' pensions funds actually invested in. And we both looked at each other and said, we have no idea. And I said, well, let me find out. And so I went on a deep dive and went down a rabbit hole. And what I found shocked me. It shocked him. And quite frankly, it shocked everybody on both sides of the aisle. Everybody I've talked to was surprised that, Indiana had a little over $1 billion invested in the Communist Chinese Party interests. And once we found that out, I'm not a guy that's going to walk away from a problem. And so we drafted legislation that said, hey, Emperors, you've got to divest from this adversary state. And, we gave them a glide path because, look, I want to be fair. Anybody that's invested in the public pension system in Indiana might have a life savings tied up in it. And so there was a fiduciary responsibility that we felt. So we created a glide path to allow Emperors to divest over a period of time. And to their credit, in their mind, at least initially, they divested, at least they claimed, 100% of Communist Chinese assets in the first year, which was ahead of schedule. Now, unbeknownst to us, they remained invested in Hong Kong, and that's when we really engaged here over the last few days after we found that out. And again, to their credit, they were extremely responsive, and it's good government.
So talking to Senator Chris Garton of the 45th District, or District 45, so Emperors says it's Hong Kong. Everyone turns to you, and you're like, this isn't going to work. And yes, they did say, you know what? You wrote the legislation. This was the intent. We now understand you, and we're going to go about this divestment. But you talk about $150 million of pension funds, and yes, it is a problem when you take a look at whether it's real estate groups like Evergrande or Country Garden, I believe it is. There have been these massive real estate entities in China that have lost billions of dollars because, well, they can't actually sustain the madness that they've created. You're right that it is a problem, but we see an equal problem when we see communist Chinese investment in the United States. Your legislation deals with how we invest the dollars of Indiana. Is there any legislation that you have discussed or you have brought up or you already have on the books that talks about communist Chinese investment in our state?
It's a great question, Tony. So one of the things we've done is we have protected, just in the last few sessions, we've actually prohibited sales of land to foreign adversaries, as well as Chinese interests around military installations. And we also beefed up securities around basically our grid and our utilities. So that's something that we're really proud of. And, look, Indiana's really been a leader in this space. Right after this legislation passed in 2023, multiple states, including Florida, Oklahoma, Kansas, and Missouri, modeled legislation after us in Indiana. And Indiana really received national press. I mean, I did an interview with Politico and even the New York Times. Now, Tony, as you might imagine, my anti-communist China stance was maybe a little too strong for the New York Times. So apparently I'm not their cup of tea because they didn't run the story. But
oh, me too.
We're really
I got a list of people who the New York Times is not a fan of, sir.
But yeah, the legislature has really done a really nice job protecting Hoosiers from adversary states, and this is just an area that we've continued to lead on.
So in your the committees that you work in, appropriation, rules, joint rules, tax, and fiscal policy, that involves basically how we grow as a state. While I've got you here, and I will get back to some of this conversation about where we should be investing Hoosier dollars, is it your feel that Indiana is on a smart path regarding its economic future?
This administration, just like the last, has done a really good job focusing on economic development. I think the current administration is going to probably take a little different direction. I think Secretary Adams has done a nice job meeting with locals and local economic development folks and focusing on what's best for the regions. And so, I'm looking forward to continuing to collaborate with this administration and focus on growing Indiana. And we've done a really nice job of that and looking forward to continuing that.
Is there anything specifically that you've seen from the state that you think is worth touting and worth sharing?
Well, I mean, look, you can look at our growth. We've outgrown all of our contiguous states year over year. Record investments in Indiana in the past couple of years. And the thing that's really nice about that, Tony, is you can look in northern Indiana, you can look in central Indiana, and you can look all the way down to the southern part of the state by the Ohio River. And it's been record growth over the last couple of years. And so keeping that momentum going is, I think, the focus of not only the legislature, but the Brown administration. And we're excited about that collaboration.
Talking to Senator Chris Garton, State Senator Chris Garton from District 45. You and I might have a disagreement about the economic future, but I wanted to, as we were discussing this decision from the retirement group there in PERS about divesting from Hong Kong after realizing that they shouldn't be investing in Hong Kong, you say $150 million. Where should Indiana be investing? What kind of places do you think that, whether it's we're talking about how the treasurer should be doing things, Dan Elliott, whether it's in PERS, others, where should our dollars go to get the best return for Hoosiers?
Sure. Well, one thing I want to point out, so Treasurer Elliott, Comptroller Lisa Nashala, were both super supportive of this bill and endorsed this bill back in 2023. Then U.S. Senator Mike Braun, now Governor Mike Braun, and U.S. Senator Todd Young also endorsed this bill. One thing I want to say about MPERS is they've done a really nice job securing returns for Hoosiers. You know, this over $1 billion is a large number, and I've been very clear, not a single penny should ever be invested in an adversarial state. But to put that $1 billion in context of the overall portfolio, it's about 2.5% total that was invested. And so if you look at the other 97.5 or 98% of the portfolio, MPERS is invested in things that are significantly stable and that guarantee returns, consistent returns, and really shield these investments as from a fiduciary standpoint. And they've done a really nice job with that. And I think that's why the portfolio is so large, is because people have come to trust the leadership at MPERS and the consistency with which they've conducted those investments.
State Senator Chris Garton, I appreciate you taking the time. Anytime government is responsive, I think we should be noticing it and sharing it. I'm going to disagree with you about where we see the economics going forward, but we'll save that conversation for another day. We'll get more in depth in the future, if that's all right by you. Senator Chris Garton, I appreciate you being with us and taking the time to share the story. Matt Baer has got traffic on the fives. What's up, Matty Boo Boo?
Inbound 69 slows from 116th Street, 282nd. That's a 5-minute delay. South side, 6-minute delay on northbound 65 from Keystone up to the South Split. Crash. This is the far east side, 10th at Gibson. Also crashes on the east side, 38th at Sherman and East 30th at Forest Manor Avenue. Looking to northbound 65, south side slows Keystone up to the South Split, as I told you, and westbound 70 slow over North Split ramp out to Meridian Street. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at DrexelIN.com. Visit DrexelIN.com for your free interior design or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go. I'm Matt Baer with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Seems like there's more identity theft in the news every day.
Another major healthcare breach was reported today, resulting in the exposure. Now 1 in 4 consumers have been a victim of identity theft.
That's because there are endless places that could accidentally expose you to identity theft, in a breach, or simply by mistake. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it, guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Kids back in school and out of your hair? Now it's time to take care of yours. Hope Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling has an offer that will help give you the softest hair, skin, and nails, plus give life to your appliances and fixtures. Yes, we're talking about water softeners. For the month of September, Hope will give you $500 off the purchase of a water softener plus carbon filter. So give yourself the gift of soft water and call Hope Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling today.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
necessary.
Reach your fitness goals in 2025 with a 20-minute once-a-week program at Exercise Inc. 5 locations now in Fishers. Visit exerciseinc.com.
For your free system replacement analysis, give family a call today at 317-577-8077.
Family Heating and Air is your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
Fall is great in Indy, so don't ruin it by painting. Do what Mike did. He called Rhino Shield.
Our home is basically a contemporary, and we just started noticing that the paint was just fading and just looked like garbage. We had received a postcard from Rhino Shield, and we decided to take a look at it.
Rhino Shield's formulated for our specific climate here in Indiana.
The process with Rhino Shield and their crew, they were just very conscientious. We had problems in the past with painters. They leave debris and everything. Well, we didn't have that with Rhino Shield.
Way better than paint, backed by a 25-year warranty. Right now, get the guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield for 15% off the regular price.
The thing about the Rhino Shield, the heat gain has been reduced, and we save $70 a month. You don't hear that about any type of paint.
Here's Rhino Shield's Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl.
Go Rhino.
Paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Let's go. You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hi, this is Chris Cox, owner of Chimney Solutions, Indiana. We're celebrating our 10th year in business. Call this month to take advantage of 10% off all chimney sweeps and inspections. We're also celebrating the opening of our new fireplace showroom on 86th Street and Lafayette Road. Come and experience our exclusive lines of wood-burning and gas fireplaces.
Call 317-557-6979 or chimneyindy.com.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
What the late night host had to say. Nothing on radar. 66 degrees in downtown Indianapolis. We may get a little bit of rain today. Nothing significant. High of 80 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick, and here's what's trending at 8:31. Jimmy Kimmel got emotional on Tuesday during his return to Jimmy Kimmel Live as he talked about Erica Kirk's speech at her late husband Charlie Kirk's memorial.
Erica Kirk forgave the man who shot her husband. She forgave him. That is an example we should follow.
And Jimmy Kimmel did not apologize for a monologue last week in which he called MAGA supporters assassinators of Charlie Kirk. He also called for people to continue to defend free speech. Jurors found Ryan Ruth guilty yesterday on all 5 charges in connection with his attempted assassination of then presidential candidate Donald Trump last year.
U.S. Marshals had to restrain Ryan Ruth as he attempted to stab himself in the neck with a pen. His daughter Sarah stood up in the courtroom and yelled, "This is not fair, this is all rigged." And as she left the courthouse, she yelled at camera crews stationed outside, "It's all y'all's fault."
That's Fox's Jonathan Siri reporting from Fort Pierce, Florida. A jury found American Airlines liable for failing to follow its own protocols after a California man had a stroke.
American is forced to pay $9.5 million to Jesus Plasencia, who was set to travel with his wife on a dream vacation from Miami to Spain. According to a complaint filed by the couple, Jesus experienced a mini stroke before boarding. His wife notified the flight attendant and the pilot, who dismissed their worries and joked with Plasencia before takeoff, according to the complaint. The couple claims that if the crew had followed protocols, Plasencia could have had a better outcome.
That's Fox's Chris DeMeo reporting. A Kroger employee is dead, and it's 65 years in prison for a Fort Wayne man. John Herrick has the details.
His name is Jamard Lewis, and he was punished with that sentence from Allen Superior Court Judge Fran Gohl on Tuesday. Gohl said Lewis is one of the worst criminals she's ever encountered in nearly 30 years on the bench. Lewis's attorney tried to argue that his mental health issues should mean a lighter sentence for him, but Gohl did not see it that way. Police say they saw video and photos of him stabbing that Kroger Kroger employee Perla Nieto to death back on December 7th of 2023. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And U.S. Gymnastics is making a move out of downtown Indianapolis and into Noblesville for a new headquarters. Jake McDaniels has the details.
That facility is going into the city's Innovation Mile District, home to the Pacers G League team. The plan is for it to be a real hub, hosting everyone from youth programs all the way up to national team camps. The goal is to break ground in 26 and have it all finished in 28. The Noblesville mayor says the center is not just for Olympic athletes, it's also going to host community events to help train young gymnasts. Jake McDaniel, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And sports on WIBC, the Las Vegas Aces dominated Game 2 of the WNBA semifinals last night, beating the Indiana Fever 90-68. Fever head coach Stephanie White said the Aces were tough all night long.
We were on our heels, and we were passive. We were reactive to everything. 28 points off of turnovers, 14 points off of offensive rebounds. I mean, they're too good. We can't spot them 42. We've got to be able to handle that. I mean, they've been world champions for a reason.
And the best of 5 series comes back to Indianapolis Friday night at 7:30. The Indianapolis Colts pass rush sacked the Tennessee Titans quarterback 4 times last week in a win, and now faces the LA Rams and their quarterback, Matthew Stafford.
He's only been sacked 4 times, I believe, and gets the ball out faster than any quarterback in the league right now. So we'll see how it goes. It'll be more getting him off his spot, and certainly hopefully will come free. But they do. Sean and does a great job there overall as an offense.
That's Indy defensive coordinator Lou Anarumo. Sunday's game kicks off at 4:05, and the Cincinnati Reds lost a chance for a wild card opportunity last night when they lost to the Pirates 4-2, and the Mets beat the Cubs. One more week left in the Major League Baseball regular season. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 8:35. Traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Perry.
Westbound 70 slow after Emerson Avenue into the north split, and then slow on northbound 65 out to Meridian. Northbound 65 at 29th, it's a stall, and it's blocking the left lane. South side, northbound 65 delayed 4 minutes. Keystone Avenue onto the south split. Northwest side, northbound 465, stop and go 79th at 2865 for a 3-minute delay. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at DrexelIN.com. Visit DrexelIN.com for your free interior design or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
We have 65 degrees. Sounds good. Let's go with that. 65 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:36.
The Attorney General's Office, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every week. Visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov or text Tony Katz to 46220 today.
Whether it's the good food or the friendly mood, you can count on Indiana to never lose when it comes to tailgating. And we want to see you at every game. That's why Hubler's got you covered with the best warranty around. So kick off the season in a Hubler quality pre-owned vehicle. Right now, you can buy with 0 down. Choose from over 2,000 cars, trucks, and SUVs. Plus, every Hubler Q certified vehicle is covered by a 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Includes a 128-point vehicle inspection and a free Carfax history report. We'll pay top dollar for your trade. Bring Hubler your old car for an immediate appraisal. 0 down delivers, and Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles.
Hubler's got you covered.
Visit drivehubler.com or any of our 13 convenient locations.
Cover me.
Select models, approved credit. Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at DrexelIN.com or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go.
How bad is it? Don't sugarcoat it. Give it to me straight.
Want coffee?
I think I need some coffee.
Time to fill up on the news. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. And I don't know if I'll blow minds or not right here. Is Kendall in the building? Is Rob in the building? If he is, tell him to come into the studio if he's got time. Right now, we have got Dow futures up 65, NASDAQ futures up 53. Oil prices, $64.30 on the West Texas crude. That's the barrel price. The Brent crude is at $68.55, up a little bit, but still in their same spots. The 10-year Treasury, 4.131. Are we going to see a slide back down under 4%? Because a lot of people did a lot of work getting new mortgages over the last month. The deals have been better. The rates have been better. That seems to have come to an earth-shattering end as the 10-year Treasury starts creeping back up, because the 30-year fixed is based on the 10-year. This brings us in no connection point whatsoever. It was just on my mind because the story came. I saw it on the Twitix, on the Twitter X. Is Rob there? Is Rob around?
Rob is coming down right now.
Okay. Did the Hendricks County Republican Party actually tell him he can't come to an event? I don't know if that's how it happened or if that's how he's saying it happened. So first, I want to make sure I understand the story, because what came across my transom was an idea. So first things first, Hendricks County Republican Party, they've got Congressman Jim Jordan coming to the event. It's tomorrow night. It's sold out, according to them. I wasn't invited. I don't know. I've never spoken at their Lincoln Day dinner. They're missing out. But did they actually tell you, Rob, Kendall and Casey, by the way, 9 to noon, that you're not invited?
He's not here.
That's my question. That's what I'm trying to figure out. If somebody called him and said, hey, because I could say I don't get invited to anything, which is oft true. Some things, not everything. And so I have been invited to stuff, and I haven't been able to make it, but never Hendricks County. So I want to know if someone actually said to him, you're not welcome here. Did someone say to Kendall and Casey, you're not welcome here? That's my question. And I need an answer to that question, because the answer to that question leads to a response and then a thought on an idea. I'm right now. I don't. Is Rob in the bathroom? I mean, he doesn't have to come running when I call, but is he in the bathroom? Have we determined?
He's probably doing pre-show prep.
All right,
he's coming now.
Okay, see if he. We'll take the break now. I want to go. I want to understand this, because we're all nutty. We're all nutty, and nobody learned from the Barbra Streisand effect. I'll tell you why I bring this up. That's coming up in just a bit. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Google putting brakes on the data center.
93 WIBC.
The comments were ill-timed and thus insensitive.
Unless it's absolutely necessary, don't do it.
What happens next?
Harmful to both mom and baby.
Happens here.
Terminated because of a Facebook post.
Several U.S. allies moved to recognize Palestinian statehood.
Stay in the know.
Suing Ball State University
while you're on the go.
The rise in autism rates.
On air, online, and on Alexa.
Stuck in a job that just isn't getting it done? Maybe it's time to go for IT. Whether you're just starting out, switching careers, or a military veteran ready for change, My Computer Career can help you launch a rewarding career in IT in months. No prior experience needed. Why spend years getting a traditional degree when your future in IT can start right now? Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Your most powerful upgrade? Your career. Go for it. Go for IT. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Hey, September is here, which means the kids are back at school again. Football is back. But did you know September is also Childhood Cancer Awareness Month? And AAA Hoosier Motor Club would love it if you help support cancer research at Riley Hospital for Children, which serves more than 300 new pediatric cancer patients each year. Think about that number. I don't like that number, but we are thankful that Riley Hospital for Children is here to take care of your kids.
Get all the same member benefits like discounted zoo tickets, exclusive access to the AAA Tailgate Lounge at Ruoff Music Center, and the peace of mind that comes with their award-winning roadside assistance, all while supporting children with cancer at the same time. It's a win-win. To join or renew AAA, visit AAA.com, call 844-GO-AAA-GO, or stop by your local AAA office. Tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you.
Of all the times to buy new Lincoln, right now is the very best time at Tom Roush Lincoln. Get 0% APR for up to 48 months on 2025 Lincoln Corsair, Nautilus, or Aviator. Plus get a $1,000 Tom Roush Trade Assist bonus. So come get that new Lincoln from Tom Roush Lincoln, where our family's been serving yours for over 53 years.
36-month, 10,000-mile per year lease. 2,500 due at signing. No security deposit required. All offers subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details. Ends 9/30/25.
Let's go!
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Struggling with chronic joint pain? Don't want risky surgery or endless pills? QC Kinetics is your answer. Our non-invasive treatment stimulates your body's own biologics and has a fantastic success rate without lengthy recovery or harmful medications. Ready to live your life pain-free? Go to qckinetics.com/Indianapolis or call 317-559-PAIN and get a no-obligation consultation. Whether it's stem cell, PRP, or a number of other revolutionary therapies, QC Kinetics should be the last call you make. Call 317-559-PAIN.
Guys, it's game on at Synergen X and Low T Center, your TRT MVPs.
Book a free TRT consultation and automatically enter for a chance to win autographed sports memorabilia, tickets, and more. Female patients, you can win too. Book at trtmvp.com.
Traffic on the fives. Matthew Bear, what are you doing?
All right, Tony, serious crash in Beech Grove. This is Churchman Avenue in Albany, reported with entrapment, possible injury here as well. Please stay clear of the scene if you can. South side, northbound 65, 4-minute delay, Keystone Avenue, up to the south split. Northbound 65 at 29th, that's a stall in the left lane and a crash on the far east side, 10th Street at Gibson Avenue. Inbound 69, 2-minute delay, 106th Street down to 82nd. Westbound 70 is cooled off a little bit from the east side, still slow from Emerson into the north split. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at DrexelIN.com. Visit DrexelIN.com for your free interior design or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
66 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:46.
Jeff Chapman here. Your home has a lot of systems. We cover them all. Heating, air conditioning, plumbing, drains, and now electrical. Remember the man for all seasons, and now more reasons. Chapman. ChapmanHeating.com.
Listen to the Hammer and Nigel Show all this week for your chance to win a pair of tickets to see Hard Sunday, March 15th at Fisher's Events Center.
Now, would ya, Barracuda? Everybody knows in the second life we all come back sooner or later. As anything from a pussycat to a man-eating alligator. Well, you all may think my story is more fiction than it's fact. Whoa. But believe it or not, my dear, decided she'd come back.
It's time to play America's favorite game. What the heck is that television theme song? Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Producer Carl has picked the television theme song from yesteryear. I have to guess what it is. The chat room is allowed to help if you're watching the live stream on youtube.com/WIBC. And Rob Kendall is in the studio, so he gets to get the first shot as I will phone a friend. Robert Horatio Kendall and Casey, 9 to noon. What the heck is that television theme song?
Are you allowed to tell as the lifeline? I have no freaking idea. Are you allowed to be honest?
Take a guess.
What decade are we talking about here, Carl?
60s.
Oh, geez. I wasn't even a thought in my father's head back then, Carl. I have no idea. Who is it?
I don't know if you were a thought in his head in the 70s. I have no clue.
So that's a no.
So Rob Kendall doesn't know. Matt Bear in the WIBC Traffic Center. What is that television theme song?
That's Dark Shadows, fellas.
Nicely done.
Matt, think very carefully about this song. You should know it.
Everybody knows in the second life we all come back sooner or later.
It's a reincarnation thing?
Go for it.
Wait, this isn't My Mother the Car. We already did that. Oh my God! A throwback, ladies and gentlemen. Are you kidding?
Well, I mean, Matt's mom's a car.
Yeah. We're not doing that right now. That was lightning in a bottle. I've gotten more comments on that than maybe anything I have done. We are using that as our Marconi submission next year.
My mother was having trouble walking, so I changed her oil. My mother is a car.
Stop it. Rob Kendall,
yes,
from the from WIBC, Kendall and Casey, 9 to noon. First of all, Tony Katz, that's producer Carl behind the board, Matt Baer in the WIBC Traffic Center, Ryan Hedrick in the WIBC Newsroom, Rob Kendall's there from Kendall and Casey. I wanted to understand this because it came across as a post, someone responding to you, whatever it was. Did the Hendricks County Republicans actually say you can't come to the Lincoln Day dinner?
Yes, that's correct.
They called you and said, Rob, Hendricks County Republicans here. You can't come to the Lincoln Day dinner?
So I was invited by a person who's in very good regard in the Hendricks County Republican Party. About a month and a half ago, the party chair, Phil Clay, found out I was invited. He was very concerned. He called me. We had a very nice chat. He said, it's fine. And then last week I said, I'm going to the event. I'm going to ask people like Diego Morales the same questions I asked him in Clay County, which is who paid for your mysterious trip to India, and don't say you because nobody believes that. And so then they pressured this guy and basically told him, you can invite your wife or we'll refund your money. And the guy said, well, screw you. I'll get my money back.
Okay. To the Hendricks County Republicans, that's insane. If someone's going to ask an elected official a question, whether it's Rob or anybody else at the event, that's the way it goes. Now, if Rob Kendall disrupted an event, I don't care if you took him out with a taser. As a matter of fact, many people would pay for that. People would stand in line to pay to hold the taser. They don't even have to squeeze the button. They just want that to pretend that feeling is happening. So you can't tell the guy he can't. That's nutty. That's a mistake. But here's what came across the transom, Rob Kendall.
Yes.
Was the idea of you hosting your own Lincoln Day dinner.
That's correct.
Rob, as a guy who has done these events and will be making an announcement next week about the next event and the importance of connecting, you don't have to listen to me. You don't have to like me. I sleep fine. I'm telling you, you have to do this.
Really?
Are you kidding? The Rob Kendall Lincoln Day dinner? 10,000% you have to do. You're insane if you don't do that. The idea is so good. I'm embarrassed that I hadn't thought of it, and I'm upset that we haven't thought about it as WIBC, right? Because, whatever happened with the night with WIBC, will it come back, will it not? I don't know. The Rob Kendall Lincoln Day dinner?
Well,
are you kidding?
Here's what we had kick some ideas around on. That it's usually it's like $75 or $100, so regular people sometimes can't afford to go. We thought about making it cheaper, maybe $25, but we cater it with Arby's instead of some fancy dinner.
I think that Arby's does a fantastic job with catering. Everybody can have themselves the meats. Some people can be exotic and have gyros. I think that's absolutely fine. I don't care if you give everybody a bag of Fritos and scoop some chili into that thing. But dear Lord, by the way, I think you dismiss what people will spend on things if they are being entertained. But as I don't know if 5 people are going to show up or 500 people are going to show up. You never know. But the idea of it is so good. And I want the Hendricks County Republicans to understand the Streisand effect. This is Barbara Streisand when people were taking pictures of soil erosion and beach erosion in Malibu. And she's saying, do not post these photos because it shows where I live. And then everybody said, ooh, let's look at the photos. That's the Streisand effect. By saying you don't want it, you have more people watch it. You would have been so much better off with him just being there, asking his 2 questions, and then sitting and eating rubber chicken. What are you doing? Why would you bring attention to Rob? And now you got me saying you're crazy and Rob should have an event. Rob, you should have the event.
Yeah, Ryder Cup's this weekend, so can I get to it on Monday?
Oh, I didn't say you were going to have it this weekend. Let's not be. Hey, take your time. Plan these things out. The next one is 4 months out, although I am considering having a Christmas party. The next one is 4 months out.
Oh, you know what you need to do? A Tony Katz ugly sweater Christmas party. That would be the thing.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to stick to the ideas. How this one's gonna work. But oh my gosh, it's such a good idea. Beyond a good idea. I think you're crazy if you don't do it, and I just wanted to say so. And I think they're wrong for telling you can't come. And if the Hendricks County Republicans want to respond to that, I've got 5 microphones, no waiting. Absolutely happy to talk about it. Kendall and Casey are up next. Matt Bear has traffic. I'll catch you at noon, everybody.
Inbound 69 slow after 106th Street, 282nd. Also looking at northbound 65 on the south side. That's slow traffic after South Keystone Avenue into the south split because of construction. This is a crash in Beech Grove. Churchman at Albany Street, 17th Avenue. Crash reported with injuries. Also northbound 65 before 29th is stalled blocking the left lane. Northwest side northbound 465 slow off 86th Street up to 865. Crash on the far east side. This is 10th Street at Gibson Avenue. And a reminder that ramp eastbound 865 to eastbound 465 will be closed, hopefully for just one more day, scheduled to reopen tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. We're keeping an eye on that. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at DrexelIN.com. Visit DrexelIN.com for your free interior designer. Visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take